A punch from KSI did not make this video's list of the most painful things people can experience in the world.
How?
I don't know, man.
How, Sway? How's that impossible? I am the most powerful being of all beings.
Shush.
Being.
Shut up and watch the video. Let's go.
Everyone remembers painful experiences. Like that time your paper blew off the table in class and gave you the world's worst paper cut on your scrotum. Or
What?
even worse.
Hello? I don't recall that one happening.
Wait, first of all, why are you naked, bro? Why are you naked in class?
When you had to go to the hospital to have the surgeons operate on the sole of your foot to remove that 1x1 Lego brick. If you thought they were bad experiences, then buckle up to hear painful experiences that are even worse than that torture. Here are the most painful things people ever experience.
I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this, to be honest.
Childbirth. The wonderful miracle of life. Most women go through it. 9 months of gestation. Then out of it comes a baby.
Nah, let's be real though. Getting kicked in the balls.
Alright, shut up. Nah, press play, Vic, press play.
Even the smallest one is still pretty big. Now imagine it coming out of you. Some women described it feeling like they were having their organs ripped out. But that's not all the pain a woman goes through.
I guarantee you, JJ, I guarantee you couldn't even handle a period, let alone actual
it's just
childbirth.
like a big poo.
Maybe your childbirth was a big poo.
Oh, can we just watch the video?
Some women paint a very painful picture of it. They say it's like your body being punched, twisted, and wrung out from
I
the
literally take that daily. I always get punched.
They say it's like your body being punched, twisted, and wrung out from the inside. Others say it's like
inside. You
someone
ain't been
was
punched
stepping
from
on
the
their
inside.
How badly are you getting worked in your sparring, bro, if you're getting ringed out from the inside? I don't want to hear it.
That's not sparring anymore, Vic. That's something else.
I thought your defense was so good, JJ. What, you're telling me that when you train every day it's as bad as childbirth? I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, they get in, innit?
Right, okay. Let's just listen.
Some women can spend a lot of time going into labor before they actually deliver the baby. The longest labor ever recorded was for 75 days.
75
Upside down.
days? Bro, I can do that in like 30 seconds.
Oh, you need to
it's
shut
a
up.
12 and a
Alright,
half
alright.
minute video, and you paused it 5 times in the
Just
first
to chat
minute.
utter shit. I feel sorry for the viewers at home. They just want to find out
Fuck.
what's painful. Do you know what, actually? The most painful things we can experience is fucking you.
Being in a
chatting
reactive
shit.
JJ.
All in all, it's a wonder why women keep putting themselves through it. Number 9. Tetanus.
Alright.
Tetanus is a very well-known bacterial disease. It's an infection that affects your nervous system. It's famous for causing muscle spasms. It is also
I feel like
known
I'm more
as
scared of
lockjaw
tetanus than I should
because
be.
the spasms tend to begin in the jaw. Even worse, the jaw lock can also make breathing harder. Overall,
Bro,
it's a
I
very
swear
tough
I've had
disease.
that before when licking out pussy.
Okay.
Bro,
I
my jaw
am
locks. You know what I
You
mean?
got
Them
tetanus.
ones. We've all been there, yeah? Little bit of
Brother.
tetanus while eating out the
Oh, I'm so tired of this video, and it's been not even 2 minutes into the video. Just shut up.
The spasms can last up to a few minutes. They usually occur for a period of 4 weeks and frequently. Some people who had tetanus described it as a living hell. The spasms can be so violent that it's not rare for them to cause bone fractures. Tetanus
That's
is commonly
crazy.
caused by a puncture. Things like rusty nails or rusty fences can easily carry the tetanus.
What?
bacteria. And there isn't a known cure for the disease. Thankfully, a vaccine was
just
invented
make
that
an
can help
orgasm,
prevent
brother.
tetanus. So make sure you're vaccinated.
I
Get
swear.
your boosters when you need them. Number 8,
AJ, stop.
cluster headaches. Everyone's had a headache.
I don't
Some
know
people
about
also
this
have
one.
migraines.
What is
which are
this?
Tough. A few unlucky people
Cluster
have
headache is
cluster
number
headaches.
8. It's worse than
They
tetanus.
feel so much pain
Bro.
they can't even think straight. This is a neurological
What?
disorder. Cluster headaches are much worse than even the worst headaches, and they usually occur around the eye. The headaches are excruciating and recurrent. Some describe it as similar to feeling a hot rod going into your eye. Others
does
say it
sound
feels
pretty
like their
painful,
temple and eye are being cut open while they're being electrocuted and burnt. The symptoms can last for minutes to even 3 hours. The worst, though, is that these headaches come in clusters, so they tend to go away for a period of time and come back just as viciously in painful batches. Some clusters can even last up to a year. No one knows the true cause of this kind of headache.
I'm feeling slightly better about my existence right now.
God forbid that.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
touch wood.
I literally eat that for breakfast.
Okay.
No, honestly, I've had headaches that have been like.
You
so
talking
bad.
is giving me a cluster headache. Shut up.
The condition is more common in men than women. They can occur at any age, but usually they start around the age of 20. These headaches are also
We're
known
in the
as
clear.
suicide headaches.
Old
That's
bones.
because the pain can be so much
Maybe.
that it triggers people to consider unthinkable thoughts.
No.
Number
way.
7, trigeminal neuralgia. Trigeminal neuralgia is a condition that affects the trigeminal nerve. Don't know it? Neither did I. But apparently this nerve has a very crucial job, which is to carry sensations from your face to your brain. So, if you have trigeminal neuralgia, any stimulation of your face can cause excruciating pain. Things like brushing your teeth, putting on makeup, or even smiling results in a pain 1,000,000 times worse than something like biting your tongue. Some even described it as having a monster on their face. Others say that anytime something touches your face, you feel like you got shot
That's so
or
unfair
even shot.
that some people just
This
get
condition
that.
happens when the nerve is disrupted, usually caused by a blood vessel. This pain disorder happens more commonly to women than men. It also usually occurs in people older than 50. There isn't a cure for the disorder yet, unfortunately, but
That's
doctors
so
can
mad.
usually try to control and manage it through medication and sometimes surgery. Number 6, stonefish. The stonefish is a sneaky little critter. They're experts at camouflage, hiding amongst stones and other things alike, which is a bad thing for humans. That's because they're the most venomous fish in the world. All stonefish have very sharp, needle-like
Why
spines.
do we go in the sea, man?
If you ever step on
Bro,
them.
I've been saying this, Vic. I've been saying this.
All the worst stuff is in the sea.
Honestly, the only reason I go into the sea is to knock out sharks. But
If you ever
besides
step
that-
on one, it's bad news
why
for
did you just
you.
continue?
That's because
Nah,
they'll
the
inject you
video's
with
playing,
a
bro,
very
shut
strong
up.
poison. This poison causes severe pain on your feet and legs. It will even cause you to swell up a lot. That's not all. It can also cause headaches, rashes, heavy cramps, and even death. One unlucky person who got stung painted a horrible picture about his experience. He described the pain as holding an oxy welding torch on your foot. Then, it works its way up your whole leg for an hour. After that, it feels like smashing your leg with a sledgehammer every 10 seconds.
Fuck that.
Ouch. After hearing that,
If this happens to me, I'm just saying, like, put me to sleep. I need to ride this one out, bro. Just knock me out with whatever you got, bro. I'm gone. I'll see you on the other side.
Wait, can I?
JJ's there like, let me punch. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
We know you.
I'm sure there's more efficient ways.
Lego isn't so bad.
I don't know if that was a
Thankfully, the anti-venom is widely available. But if you ever feel a sting on your foot when you dive, you need to rush straight away to the hospital. That will save
I don't
you
think
a torturous
acupuncture is going to help,
experience.
to be honest.
Yeah.
Number 5, second-degree burn. You might be thinking, well, what about third-degree burns? Many people don't know it.
Yeah, bro, I get this all the time, especially when I'm in the studio.
The degree of pain isn't related to the degree of the burn. Second-degree burns are actually the most painful type. That's because a third-degree burn goes through all your tissue and destroys your nerve endings. So in that way, the burnt area feels numb,
So much
Tanya,
which is
Darth
not the
Vader.
case with
Shut
second-degree
up!
burns. With
Shut up! It wasn't funny. The silence was funny. The joke was shit. Okay.
With second-degree burns, there's pain, redness, swelling, and blistering. They affect the epidermis and the dermis, but not the nerves. The result is a very painful experience indeed. Ever burned yourself while cooking? Now imagine sustaining
Shut
a
up,
way
JJ.
more
Don't
serious
say it.
and prolonged burn. Some people
Who let him cook? Who
was
let him
going
cook?
to
Who
say,
let him
brother.
cook?
said that the aftermath is equally as painful. For example, during treatment while tending the burnt area. With this type of burn, it usually takes 2 or 3 weeks for the area to heal. Thankfully, there is medicine that helps with infections. The pain, and it'll help heal the burn. Sometimes, surgery is necessary to remove the damaged tissue and replace it.
That's grim. Like, your tissue must actually die and, like, shit fucking starts growing in it. That's vile.
Number 4, Derkham's disease.
The fuck is that?
Derkham's disease is an extremely rare disease. It causes big fatty tumors to grow beneath a person's skin.
Wow.
They tend to grow around the extremities of the body and on the torso. Multiple lumps appear on the person. Worse yet, these lumps can cause a whole deal of pain. They do that because they press on nearby nerves, activating pain receptors. Some people with extreme cases describe it as feeling like all the fat in your body is hurting. Sometimes, people with Derkham's disease feel pain even if they sit completely still, doing nothing. Derkham's disease was first found by Francis Xavier Derkham in 1892. But
Why would you
even though
name
it's been
something
known for
awful
so
after
long,
yourself?
I honestly don't know.
I guess so. Well, I don't know, just to be popular, innit?
Notoriety. There you
Yeah.
go.
no one knows what's the cause of Derkham's disease. Some believe it's hereditary.
Why is this stressing me out
coming
thinking
from
I
a
could just
mutated
cop
fat
any of
gene.
these random things for
Others
no reason?
believe
I
it's an
don't want.
autoimmune
I
disorder.
rebuke them.
The
I was
truth,
better off
however,
not knowing,
is
innit?
still unknown. Derkham's disease has a bigger chance of happening to women, especially middle-aged or have gone through menopause. It often shows up between the age of 45 to 60 years. Number 3, bullet ant sting. The bullet ant
Shout
is a
out Brave
species of
Wilderness.
ant known for its very powerful sting.
You went in on it.
The ant is native to rainforest in Central and
video.
South America. This ant can grow up to 1.2 inches
Bro,
long
that's
and are
terrifying.
sort of similar to wasps, minus the wings. Just the sight of one of them can be pretty intimidating. The bullet ant's sting is ranked as the most painful sting, according to the Schmidt Sting Pain Index, which is a scale that compares the sting of a bunch of different
5
species,
hours.
like wasps, bees, and
They got
ants.
put on the eye.
I know, right? Who on earth put their name forward to test that? And just in case you're wondering, yes, the bullet ant gets its name because the pain is similar to getting shot. Just imagine having one of these bite your eye, and you've probably just imagined the worst pain possible. Some describe it as a throbbing ache, with waves of burning sensations, and all-consuming pain that can last for over a whole day.
I find
Sounds
stinging
horrible,
nettles
right?
rough, so I can't even
Well,
imagine.
it's part of an initiation rite for a Brazilian tribe called the Siterimawe. The rite
What?
is meant to turn boys into warriors. In it, the Indians grab hundreds of ants and weave them into gloves made of leaves. The boys then have to put their hands on the glove for 5 full minutes. When the rite is over, the boys' hands and arms are paralyzed and will be that way for days.
That's
Not only
crazy.
that, the boy may shake uncontrollably for days. Sounds like the warriors of that tribe are pretty stupid. I mean, tough. Number 2, the tub. The tub was one of the cruelest forms of torture ever created.
What?
It's also known as scaphism, and it was invented by the Persians. This is how it worked. The victim would be put into 2 wooden tubs or canoes with their head and legs sticking out. Then, their head and legs would be doused in honey in order to attract bees and other things. Said critters would repeatedly attack the victim as they do. Guess that's where they got the inspiration for that famous Nicolas Cage scene in The Wicker Man. But it doesn't stop there. The torturers actually kept feeding the victim milk and honey in order to keep them alive. That also led them to have horrible bowel movements. They would eventually fill the container with their excrement, allowing insects and maggots to breed and proliferate, feeding on their flesh. This would happen until the person became deceased. It could
That
be
is-
from the stings,
that's
the septic shock, or the
horrendous.
gangrene. No good options there.
That's one of the most
Coming
horrible
up,
things I've
it's
ever heard
something
of.
so
Yeah.
painful that it became a
How do
popular
you
expression.
even think of that?
You gotta be
Some-
fucked up, and I reckon Simon could come up with that idea. You gotta be fucked up in the head to come up with that.
Jesus.
Simon definitely caught a stray there.
No, if there's any one of the
Number
Simon
1,
to come up with a
Ling
punishment
Chi.
like that, I reckon it's
Have
Simon.
you ever heard the phrase death by 1,000 cuts? That's literally what Ling Chi is. Ling Chi is a form of torture and eventually execution devised by the Chinese. The actual translation is something akin to lingering death or slow slicing. In it, the prisoners would be tied to a wooden frame and displayed in public. The torturer would then use a knife to remove small pieces of flesh over an extended period of time. The torturers would make sure no deadly cuts would be made, so the death would be as prolonged as possible. The Chinese believed this punishment worked on 3 different levels. First, it was a slow and painful death. Second, it worked as a form of public humiliation. And lastly, it worked as a punishment after death. That's because the Chinese believed that by cutting the body of their victims, their soul wouldn't be complete in the afterlife. The Chinese started the practice around the year 900, and it was only banished in 1905. What looked like the most painful thing for you?
I didn't enjoy any of that.
Well, I'm sure someone watching this is gonna type that on Google or Reddit.
I wouldn't recommend it. I would say crack on with your day and be grateful that you're clear of all this stuff. You turned up to Sidemen Reacts today and I said, you gonna learn. You gonna learn today. We are looking into the 7 stages of AI. AI is replacing jobs at an alarming rate.
One for each Sidemen, by the way.
Oh yeah, true. Maybe we assign, like, when we hear what each stage is, we have to assign it to a Sidemen member.
Yeah,
with the
like
same
that,
level
like
of
that.
intelligence.
Stage 1, JJ.
Let's see what we got.
Did you know that there are 7 distinct stages of artificial intelligence? In a world where technology is becoming increasingly important, understanding where we are on the journey to AI can be invaluable. In this video, we will do our best to break down each stage with an easy-to-understand explanation.
Do you know what's crazy? This voice sounds like it was AI generated.
Mm.
Like, this could have
What do you
just
know
been a
about
script.
AI generated voice now? Any voice could be AI generated.
Exactly, yeah. Like, if you're ever watching a video with a clearly spoken dialogue and no one actually, even people can fake themselves speaking, but that's more difficult. This, easily faked.
To begin, let's start with the first stage. Stage 1, rule-based AI systems.
That
I
can't
think
be
this is
KSI.
AI voiceover, by the way.
It probably is.
There's like no emotion. Everything's spoken so clearly.
Who was the first AI guy? Was it Microsoft Sam?
Dunno. It was a paperclip.
Paperclip. Clip it.
The
Clip
word
it.
paperclip. I hated that guy.
Nah, he was cold, man.
Represent the earliest stage of artificial intelligence. These systems operate based on a predefined set of rules or an algorithm
What's this, just coding?
given to them by programmers. To understand this, imagine playing a game of chess against a computer. The computer knows all possible moves and outcomes based on its coded rules. It can decide the best move based on these rules, but it cannot learn or adapt beyond them. These systems are excellent for tasks with clear-cut rules.
So how do you beat a computer at a game of chess if it knows all the outcomes?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
it's-
think you can.
Nah, but you can, because people play against computers.
Yeah, but they'll be set to different, like, set to the max difficulty nowadays. Surely it's physically impossible.
Maybe.
Like, computers nowadays have got to be able to, like, let me Google it. Here, put me
Maybe it
in
just,
my office.
No, but Vic, maybe it just randomizes the options that it chooses, even though it knows it.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, that's how chess computers have different abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, no human has beaten a computer in a chess tournament in 15 years.
15 years!
Chess computers they've developed that are artificially intelligent doesn't necessarily seek to beat humans, it's trained to play like a human. So
Okay.
it sacrifices mastery to mimic human play.
Oh,
so
they're
you can't beat a
playing
chess
with us,
computer.
bro.
That's crazy.
They know how to win already, and they're just toying with their food right now.
That's even more embarrassing.
That's terrifying.
Like, imagine you beat the chess computer on hard difficulty, but actually
They let you win. Oh, no!
Or processing tax forms. They're reliable and consistent.
Not the W8 tax form, please. I'm fed up of that shit.
They lack the ability to learn or understand context. Their decisions are based solely
some
on the
humans
rules
like that.
provided, and they cannot handle
Me.
scenarios that were not pre-programmed. Stage 2. Context awareness and retention systems. Moving a step beyond rule-based AI systems, we arrive at context awareness and retention systems. This stage represents a significant evolution in artificial intelligence. These AI systems are capable of understanding and retaining context, meaning they can remember previous interactions and use that knowledge to inform future responses.
Gee, this is scary,
A great
man.
example of this is your
Siri.
smartphone assistant, like
Yeah.
Siri or Google Assistant.
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
So Siri's only phase 2.
Yeah.
Remember when we was all gassed when Siri first came out? That's only... Oh my gosh.
But they also learn from your past interactions. If you ask, who won the soccer game yesterday? And then ask, when is their next match? The system understands that
So you're still
"their"
talking about the
refers
same-
to the soccer
Yeah,
team from your
oh my
previous
God.
question. This represents a leap from the rule-based AI systems, as these systems understand context, retain information, and can handle a much broader set of
Still
interactions.
quite basic in the AI
Another
scheme, I guess.
example is the famous ChatGPT, a system trained on millions of past conversations. It can generate automatic human-like responses to any
GPT is
conversation.
crazy.
So crazy.
This context
I love and
awareness
hate
and
it.
retention ability allows these AI systems to provide a more personalized and sophisticated user experience. They're like teenagers in the AI development
Those
stages.
are not teenagers.
Do you know what's the crazy part as well? This whole video, all these visuals very much could be AI generated.
Nah, Vic,
Like,
stop,
it could
man.
say generate visuals based on the script provided. All you have to do is write a script for this video, and then AI generates the talking, and like, this is all stock footage, right? Like, an AI could have, this whole video, that would be sick. Like, I'd love that at the end of the video. It's like, by the way, this entire
video was brought to you by AI.
Like, human, mad thing.
In their interactions. Stage...
Actually, the whole script could be written by AI. Like, if you tell ChatGPT... Wait, hold up.
Oh my god, Vic's going into the wormhole, you lot.
Hold up. Let me open ChatGPT. Let me ask it to write a script for a YouTube video about AI and see what it comes up with.
Alright, while you do that, I'm gonna play another scratch card.
Can you write a script?
Come on, I need a 7.
Brother!
Did it do it?
Bro, it's made the whole video.
Fuck! I didn't win a prize.
It's literally...
Bro, it even gave you the images and visual prompts. What the fuck?
Okay, you've got an introduction. You've got, like, it's all blocked out.
Bro, but look in the brackets. It's telling you what's going to be on screen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It knows.
Camera fades out as the host waves goodbye.
Can you make the descriptions more detailed?
What the fuck? All in an instant as well.
So there we go. It's doing it in more detail now.
Nah.
So if you want a longer video, like,
That's actually crazy.
that is a terrifying thought. Well, anyway, that was a fun experiment. Let's continue with the AI generated video.
Only us would end up doing an experiment in the middle of a fucking Sidemen react.
Bro, when I'm in my office, shit gets crazy. All right, here we go. Stage 3.
Domain-specific mastery systems.
Okay.
Moving a step beyond context-aware AI, we come to domain-specific mastery systems. This stage represents the AI's ability to not only comprehend and retain information, but to become highly skilled within a particular domain or field. Domain-specific mastery AI can be found in a variety of specialized applications. These systems are not generalists. They're experts, fine-tuned to excel in a specific area. A perfect example of this is IBM's Watson,
What the heck is
which was
Watson?
designed to excel at answering questions on the quiz show Jeopardy!
Oh, wow.
Another instance is Google's DeepMind AlphaGo, which was trained specifically to master the complex board game Go, a task it accomplished to the point of defeating world champions.
I ain't never even heard of that game.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
They can analyze vast amounts of data, identify patterns, and make informed decisions or predictions, all at lightning speed. Domain-specific mastery systems represent the adult stage in AI's growth, demonstrating sophisticated abilities within their specialized fields.
Terrifying that adult stage is stage 3.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
We're fucked, bro.
There's
We're
4
fucked.
stages beyond us.
I don't think we last another 20 years, you know, before AI fully takes over.
Alright, it's gonna jack the internet.
By the
and
time I'm
enslave
50, AI will be in control.
But as advanced as they are, they're still far from achieving the dream of true artificial general intelligence. Stage 4. Thinking and Reasoning AI Systems. As we cross the threshold into Stage 4, we start to see AI systems that begin to mimic the human capacity for thinking and reasoning.
No.
Unlike the previous stages, these AI systems don't just follow rules or retain context. They attempt to simulate the human thought process. Thinking and reasoning AI systems can understand complex concepts.
Does anything exist like this already, though?
And even generate creative ideas. This is made possible by techniques like machine learning and deep learning, which allow the AI to learn from experience and improve its performance over time. For instance, such an AI system could read a book, understand the plot, and even infer the motives of characters based on their actions. Or it could analyze economic data, anticipate market trends, and suggest investment strategies.
Yeah.
At this stage, AI starts to resemble human intelligence in a more profound
Bit scary.
way. But it's still not equivalent to a human mind. It's more like a highly advanced tool, specialized in reasoning and thinking tasks.
So
And as fascinating
is this
as
the
these
stage that
AI
we're at
systems
now with
are,
AI?
we're still only at the halfway point.
I guess, yeah.
The upcoming stages venture into the realm of science fiction, with AI matching and even surpassing human intelligence.
Okay, so yeah.
Stage 5,
Yeah, okay.
the birth of a new mind, artificial general intelligence, AGI. As we step into the realm of artificial general intelligence, we're entering a world of AI that, for now, remains largely theoretical.
Hear me out. Maybe we just shouldn't step into this into this stage. Just
Bro, that's what Elon's
maybe
saying.
we should just stop.
That's what Elon Musk and a lot of them dons are saying. They're saying we've done enough.
If Elon's saying we've done enough, you know, I trust that man. I trust him.
Bro, he's trying to go to Mars and he ain't want this.
Yeah. If he's saying enough is enough, maybe we should listen.
Yeah, too late.
AGI, also known as strong AI, refers to a type of artificial intelligence that equals human intelligence in all aspects.
The big problem is AGI makes a lot of money and economic power. So even if like 200 countries are like, yeah, we're not going to develop AGI,
Someone will because of the monetary gain.
And then because someone else will, every other country has to, because then they'll lose.
Greed is killing my people.
Yeah, always has been.
An AGI system would be capable of understanding, learning, adapting, and implementing knowledge across a wide range of tasks. It wouldn't just excel in one domain, like the AI systems of Stage 3, or even just exhibit human-like reasoning, like Stage 4.
It would be the Simon Minter of the AI world.
On my life, Vic, I swear I was thinking the exact same thing. Simon, that's how highly the boys rate you. On my life, I was thinking the exact same thing.
AGI would effectively be able to perform any intellectual task a human being can. If you asked an AGI to learn a new language, write a symphony, derive a complex mathematical theorem, or even understand human emotions, it should theoretically be able to do it.
That is
It would possess self-awareness, consciousness, and the ability to understand and navigate the world just as a human would. However, as of now, AGI remains a concept and has not been achieved yet.
Please stay that way.
It's the frontier of AI research, and it's also where things start to get controversial.
Yes, we know.
Because what happens when AI matches human intelligence?
We don't want to know.
What comes next? Well, let's find out.
No.
Stage 6. Artificial Superintelligence.
ASI. This is JJ's stage. KSI.
If KSI got one letter different, he would be the goat.
He'd be great. Artificial Strength Intelligence.
Enter Artificial Superintelligence, or ASI. This is a level of artificial intelligence where things get really
He's going to say that in his next press conference.
to the point where it's difficult to define what AI is and isn't, due to the fact that an ASI system would possess cognitive skills far surpassing our own. The concept of ASI is a world where AI can outperform humans in most economically valuable work.
No, even that image is scary.
To understand the level of intelligence of an ASI system, imagine a human being the size of an ant in comparison. An ASI could potentially solve problems that humans can't, coming up with solutions to complex global issues like climate change or disease. It could innovate and create in ways we can't even imagine. It could provide insights into the mysteries of the universe that are currently beyond our understanding.
No, you don't, Vic. Why do you want it? Why?
Because then we can just know shit that we were never supposed to know. Like, so long as it doesn't kill us.
There's no point knowing shit if you're dead, Vic.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't kill us.
It's gonna kill us. There's no way. Like, we are the ones killing the planet.
Yeah,
it's gonna wipe us out and be like, okay, here's all the solutions.
Agent Smith type beat, human or a virus.
No point.
For sure. Unfortunate.
The potential for misuse is enormous, and the risk of unintended consequences is equally significant.
The literal solution to all the world's problems is getting rid of humans.
The prospect of ASI takes us into the realm of the unknown, and it's here that we encounter the final stage of our journey. Stage 7, the AI singularity. The AI singularity, often simply called the singularity, is a hypothetical future point in time when technological growth becomes uncontrollable and irreversible, leading to unforeseeable changes to human civilization. This is primarily associated with the advent of artificial superintelligence, ASI. The term singularity in this context was popularized by the futurist Ray Kurzweil. It's drawn from physics, where the singularity represents a point, like the center of a black hole, where rules as we know them seem to break down. In the context of AI, the singularity represents a point where an ASI is not only smarter than humans, but also capable of continually improving itself at a rate far beyond human capability.
Fucking hell.
This self-improvement could potentially cause an explosive acceleration in technological advancement. The singularity is often associated with dramatic predictions, such as the end of humanity, the ability to upload human consciousness into a computer,
hey, she kind of thick,
and the potential for massive societal disruption. It's important to note that the concept...
What did you say? Sorry, my mind's getting blown. What did you say?
Don't worry, Vic.
Oh, why?
It's fine. Move on.
While some experts regard it as a real possibility, others see it as science fiction. We simply can't imagine what a true ASI will be like. So, regardless of where one stands on the possibility of the singularity, the journey through these 7 stages of AI helps us to understand the incredible potential of this technology and the challenges and ethical questions it raises. As we look to the future, one thing is certain: the role of AI in our world will only continue to grow.
Great. Fantastic.
This video took a lot of time and effort to create.
No, it didn't. You put it into an algorithm, boss man. You're not even real.
Don't snitch. Don't snitch. Don't snitch.
If you have made it this far, comment down below with the word 100% to confirm that you have received the knowledge from this video.
Yo, that's the AI talking to me.
That's the AI outro if I ever heard one, man.
You can't replicate emotion yet. Come back when you can.
No, please don't come back. Go away when you
don't
can.
Come back. Go away when you can. Go Mars or something, please. All right. Well, hopefully that challenged your brain today.
Hopefully you learned something, innit?
Yeah, and we'll see you all soon. Appreciate the present. Appreciate the lack of ASI. We'll see you all soon.
Stop talking. I've been waving for like 20 seconds, bro.
Oh my goodness, can we plan a Sidemen holiday and band team go here during the Orange Festival? Welcome back to Sidemen Reacts. Now, my friend Harry is from a place with a strange tradition where you sleep with your family members.
Oh,
so
wow.
today we're going to find out about more strange
Star.
traditions on the planet Earth.
What side did you wake up on today?
Why'd you have to cook like that, Big Star?
Well, look, I'm just bringing up the first strange tradition that came to my head.
Wow,
Respect.
that is awfully strange, isn't it, to be fair?
It is
quite strange.
But let's see if we've got anything to rival it here today.
This right here is a groundhog, but not just any groundhog. This is Punxsutawney Phil, who has a very important duty to fulfill on Groundhog Day in the United States.
What is Groundhog Day?
We're about to find out, I guess.
But actually, I
I
know Groundhog Day exists, but I have no idea what it is.
Same.
Ground
Just know the words.
Hog Day.
Ethan's in the office.
Meaning, bro's in the office right now. It derives from the Pennsylvania Dutch superstition that if a groundhog emerges from its burrow on this day and sees its shadow, it will retreat to its den and winter will go on for 6 more weeks. If it does not see its shadow, spring will arrive early.
Right.
Great. I love
That's so
traditions.
fucking sad, mate.
Sweet,
mate. Let's
That's
get
so
it.
sad. All right, fair dues.
According to the tradition, Phil emerges from his...
Oh god, we're just gonna find out the same thing again.
Right,
And
yeah.
if he sees his shadow,
All right,
he
sorry,
returns
lads.
to his hole.
Well,
He has
I'll blame
predicted
Big Star
6
on that.
more weeks of
Yeah.
winter-like weather. If Phil does not see his shadow, he has predicted an early spring.
Humans are so bored. That's what this amounts to.
Hear ye, hear ye! Now on this February 2nd,
Nah, these lot are just bored.
So what?
Seer of seers, prognosticator of all prognosticators,
What is going on?
was awakened from his wintry nap at dawn on Gobbler's Knob.
You know this has to be a
well.
prank.
It's
This
one
can't be
elaborate,
real.
yeah. It's one elaborate troll. I think it's got to be.
It's gotta
one
be.
elaborate troll.
But what this weather did not
Yeah.
provide is a shadow or reason to hide. Glad tidings on this Groundhog Day.
No way.
An early spring
Yeah.
is on
No way. Woo. Oh my god.
Absolute
Is it
limbs
real?
at
Wait.
Gobbler's Knob.
Absolute limbs at Cobbler's Knob. Huh?
Oh, they've
You are
done muck
currently
on it.
watching a couple in Scotland undergoing a local
Wait,
tradition
who's talking
called
to
a
me?
blackening.
Guys, it feels like they're in the fucking Discord. I don't like it.
Well, this is our mate. This is our mate.
who is it?
It's our mate. It's the English AI.
Is it the English? I don't like it. It
You
feels
don't like the
someone's in
English AI?
No, it's really off-putting me. I don't like it.
What's that? Wait, what don't you like? The guy
Was it
speaking?
He thinks it sounds too real, like there's
It
someone
sounds
actually
like he's in the
talking to
call,
us.
and like
That's
I
good.
feel like
It's more
I'm meant to be-
personable.
No,
English
it's not
AI
because
is our mate.
I feel like I can't talk to you guys now.
We interrupted him.
Yeah.
Well, don't interrupt English AI. What
Alright,
was
so-
I don't
that?
think it's even AI. I think it's just a guy.
Yeah, it might be.
It's
sorry,
just, you're so used to
bro.
AI that it's just a normal Don, by the way.
I don't
No,
like
but
this
I
guy.
like the idea that it's AI.
No, fuck this guy.
You are currently watching a couple in Scotland undergoing a local tradition called a blackening, a pre-wedding tradition whereby the engaged couple are kidnapped by friends and family before being gunked in anything from rotten eggs and fish guts to dog food and molasses.
It's a patience test. Hang on a second.
You get engaged,
This is
you have a patience test.
You get a patience test.
If you can get through this, you're gonna get married and you'll be happy in marriage.
Yeah, it prepares you for marriage, doesn't it? If you can get, yeah.
Believed to bring good luck, and there are no rules to blackening itself.
Oh, wow.
Other than the couple must be left messy, and uncomfortable.
They should probably rename it. They should probably call it a patience test, guys. Just from us.
I think we should rename
from
it.
Us, you
Especially
know?
if you're pouring that type of thing over someone.
Yeah.
I think.
It's 2024. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
And that as many people as possible should witness the occasion.
But that's worse than the patience test ever got. You
Upon
know?
reaching the age of 12, boys in the Brazilian Satere Mawe tribe face a terrifying test as a rite of passage into manhood. The boys take part in a ceremony where they must put their hands inside a pair of gloves loaded with bullet ants.
fucking
For reference, it is said that the bullet ant inflicts one of the most painful bites of any insect in the world.
It feels like you're on fire,
it's like a
innit?
cold plunge times 1,000. You know,
I-
you can make it through that.
And then that makes
Someone
you a
said-
man from that point
Yeah,
onwards.
someone said it feels like your hand is on fire, innit? Like, it's
30
like completely
times
burning.
more painful than that of a bee sting. The hands are only in the gloves for 10 minutes, but the
10
pain
minutes?
lasts for 24 hours. Then they must undertake the ritual another 19 times before being considered
What?
true adults in the tribe.
I would just say, you know
they
what?
do it 20 times.
So I've got to do
I'm not
190
adults.
minutes. I've got to do 190 minutes, yeah, of fucking ant torture to
Torture.
become a man. Fuck off.
I would leave. I would opt out. I'd be like, where's the nearest boat?
I'll be a little bitch forever, lads. Cheers.
I don't want to be an adult in
These
the
guys
tribe.
are making it look pretty easy, to be fair. So here is TV presenter Steve Backshaw being
Yeah, I've seen this
subjected to
clip.
the initiation himself.
My hands feel like they've been stabbed by hundreds of burning hot needles, but removing them from the gloves brings little relief. As others take their turn,
Wow.
the pain begins to build and takes over my whole body.
It's like not even like a funny pain reaction.
No.
No, it's just like serious pain, yeah.
Your body
Yeah.
starts breaking down, boss.
So maybe you are a man after that, like maybe like you're just like, you get for anything after that.
Why did he just check his bumhole?
Bro's just crying. That's horror.
Oh, Steve, look at me. Open your eyes, man.
Fuck that,
Open your
man.
eyes. Steve. Hey, Steve. Look at me.
So yeah, let's not fuck about with bullet ants.
Yep.
This is
fine.
the Battle of the Oranges, a festival held every year in Ivrea,
This seems more fun.
Italy, where
This
the
is a bit
townspeople
fun,
throw
yeah, I like
oranges at
this.
each other for 3 days before Mardi Gras.
3 days.
Over 100,000
This
spectators
is
great.
travel to
This
Ivrea
is
Wait,
great.
it's oranges though, isn't it?
and join in this exciting carnival.
This is
annually.
fantastic.
Get
The
your vitamin
origins
C.
of the event are not 100% known, but it is generally
We should do
accepted
that for
Why-
you. Just
why
get on the
is
bus.
the legend that a tyrannical duke.
Do you know what'd be great? Oh my goodness, can we plan a Sidemen holiday and the band team
Or we
go
should do,
here
like,
during
send
the
them
Orange
through this.
Festival?
We should do the world's weirdest festivals and do this and the Spanish
that's
tomato bull running one.
That is a video idea.
The bull running one's awful though.
And to be
yeah.
fair, JJ would just jump to the left and right hook the bull and knock it out. So he
Yeah,
wouldn't
sure,
even,
man.
He wouldn't even be in danger.
Yeah, he would do that,
ruins
yeah.
the whole festival. God, it's so selfish. With his great strength.
Tried to attack a young miller's daughter on her wedding night. Instead, she decapitated him and started a revolution. Wait a second.
Oh, yes.
Following her lead, the townspeople of Ivrea stormed the palace.
I think this is English AI, by
Lads,
the way.
lads,
be.
I
I'm
think-
so
I was about to
confused.
say so, yeah. It sounds like Finland putting on a deep voice.
Maybe.
It sounds like Finland is right up here like this, yeah, but just lowering his voice.
Nah, it
It
does.
does. Maybe it's an AI model based on Finn, our creative assistant.
Sounds like Finn, bro.
And for some reason, we've got to a point where people launch oranges at each other to celebrate this. Fair enough. At the beginning of spring, Bosnians in the town of Zenica celebrate the festival of scrambled eggs.
Oh.
They gather at the Bosna River to
Eddie
enjoy a
Abu's wet dream,
breakfast
mate.
composed exclusively
Wake
of
the
scrambled
fuck up.
eggs. Several hundred eggs are scrambled simultaneously in giant
Oh,
cast
Eddie
iron
Abu's got a
pans,
rock on.
which is enough to feed all the festival goers. The tradition begins at dawn because greeting the new day
Bet it fucking
adds
stinks,
meaning to
though.
the celebration. The eggs symbolize new life as promised by the return of warmer weather. Time for another wedding tradition now, this one called Polterabend, which is a German tradition where guests are
Can they edit in the Joella kitchen sink clip? Please. Just before whatever happens here happens.
invited round to the bride and or groom's home and bring with them pieces of broken pottery, china, and porcelain to smash on the ground. Once the dish breaking is over,
That's clearly not a dish, that's a
They have to
toilet.
clean it up. Yeah, they've
thrown
just
a
chucked the
sink.
toilet. Hello, mate. Yeah, if you want, bring a dish round. Sorry, mate. I brought my toilet.
Hold up, guys. Hold up.
Holding up.
Just need to wait. Wait for that to sink in.
Nice.
Oh, really good.
This
Yeah.
boy's on fire today. Someone stop him.
No, but seriously, someone stop him.
Please.
Over in Denmark, if you turn 25 and are still unmarried, you better be ready to get covered in cinnamon. This long-standing and quite random
Cinnamon
tradition
challenge.
dates back hundreds of years when salesmen selling spices would
Oh,
travel
wow.
so often it became almost impossible for them to settle and get
Why
married.
is bro being
Although
weird
it
with
appears
it?
so,
Yeah.
it's not actually a punishment, but merely a fun custom where friends and family have an
Oh.
excuse.
So it's if you're not married by a
hair.
certain age, this
In
happens to you.
Denmark,
Yeah.
the average to get married
I'm just saying, most girls I know are like scared to get their hair in like pool water or the
Yeah,
sea
yeah,
water, let alone a bag of cinnamon put through it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, show them this.
The average to get married is 34 years old for men, while that for women is 32 years old, meaning that a lot of people find themselves subject to this strange tradition. Yes, that's right. You are watching a video of people having coconuts smashed over their heads. It's a tradition that's
Just
been
wake
around
up.
for a long time in some parts of southern India.
It's
Their
just a
extreme
headache.
It's not hurt, no.
superstition has
It's a lot.
caused this to
It
become an
looks like it
obsession.
hurts.
And therefore, despite warnings, they have continued to perform this act that has been around.
Oh, this
since
guy's
the
a
colonial
professional, bro.
period.
Firms it.
Devotees to the Hindu religion.
Bro's a
gather
coconut
inside the
machine.
temple
Yeah, pretty good at doing it, to be fair, though. Like, I think I'd fuck it up.
Coconut
on the head of each
machine,
of
man.
them, one after the other, as a sign to the gods.
Bro's getting
they are
cooked.
asking for
Bro's
good
getting
health and
coconutted.
success.
I reckon you'd be good at this,
This
Josh.
is La Tomatina, the largest
Not
tomato
don't feel the
Here we go.
festival
This is
in
fun.
the
Let's do the tomato
world.
one and
Wait,
the
this
orange
Fire
one.
festival.
Wait, what's it called?
This is La Tomatina,
La Tommy T.
That's Tomatina.
Tomatina.
the
Yeah, this
largest
is a bit you,
tomato
mate.
fight in the world. It is a food fight festival held on the last Wednesday of August each year in the town of Bunol in Spain. Thousands upon thousands of people make
Oh, wow.
their way from all corners of the
Bro's
world
on a big
to fight
pizza.
in this, where more than 100
People-
metric
this
tons
is-
of overripe tomatoes.
This is why aliens don't want to speak to us, by the way. They see this.
It's like, yeah, these lot are fine. They ain't
Do you
doing
reckon
nothing.
like
They ain't
anyone
harming no
like
one.
5 years on goes, oh, you remember fucking summer 2018's
La
fucking La
Tomatina,
Tomatina,
man.
bro? Yeah,
Bro,
man,
it
that went off,
man.
bro.
That time when Thingy got hit in the head with the tomato.
That was a movie, bro.
Well, it is a movie, to be fair. It's a bit crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Tomatoes
It's
are
actually a
thrown
Sidemen
in the
Reacts video,
streets.
mate.
After an
Hey.
hour, the fighting ends. At this point, no more tomatoes can be thrown. The cleaning process involves
Ugh.
the use of fire trucks to spray down
So
the
long.
streets.
In it.
That's ridiculous.
You're saying like you'll find tomatoes like 3 weeks later. Like,
Yeah, true. Just slip over on a tomato. Do you know what? To me, the equivalent of that is to aliens, right? When you like watch your dog doing something like really weird and pointless, like rolling around in the grass, and you're like, "What are you
staring at a
doing?"
wall for an hour.
Yeah, yeah. But then, meanwhile, aliens come to our planet and they see us throwing tomatoes at each other, and like, "What are these lot doing? They're not even worth talking to. Just leave them to it."
La Mordida is the birthday tradition in Mexico of pushing the birthday boy or girl's face into the thick icing of the cake.
I
Do
don't
this is
mind
kinda
this,
funny.
lads. I don't
Wait,
mind
actually,
this.
I
Oh,
did
that's
this at the
cheating.
old Sidemen house.
Yeah.
I don't mind this. I don't mind this.
Oh, I took it a bit too far.
On the last Sunday of November in Lopburi, Thailand, the Monkey Buffet Festival is held in honor of the macaques that supposedly bring good luck to the
It's quite
area
cool.
That's
and
alright,
its
yeah.
occupants.
Treating
The
them.
Monkey Buffet Festival kicks
Monkey
off with an
Buffet.
opening
Do you reckon that all the monkeys are talking to each other
Yeah,
like, it's nearly
it's
that
coming up,
time,
it's
bro?
coming
It's
up.
that time of the year. It's about to happen
Yeah,
again.
bro, that
We're
buffet's
getting the
coming,
buffet.
boy.
We're opening it.
If we're just nice to them for this whole year, boss.
When the monkeys arrive, hosts remove
They can't be what they were
sheets
seeing,
from the
surely.
banquet tables,
Yeah.
revealing
Yeah.
spreads of
I'll
fruits
post
and
yam
vegetables,
deal.
all for the monkeys
Bro.
to indulge in. The
Oh, they
endless
must start
amount
fighting.
of
They
fruit
must
and
start fighting,
vegetables
right?
laid on offer to the monkeys is thought to
tables.
take a staggering
the
2
tables.
tons.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's
Respect, man.
some fun, strange traditions there, lads.
We get up to some weird stuff, you know?
We don't do any of those. We need to do some of those.
Make Sidemen videos seem a bit weird, man. Try not to piss, try not to move, you know? What's that compared to any of this?
It makes them seem normal. I'm not gonna lie.
No! I fuck this! Corruption! Wow!
That is scary though.
That's fucked! Ooh, today we're reacting to 5 unsolved murder mysteries that are creepy! Ooh!
Give you goosebumps.
Yeah, with Josh and Victor. You know they've normally got commentators that have funny voices.
I feel like you've done a better job.
I want him to speep like that the whole time.
Nah.
This woman was
I was-
killed
I-
in her staircase.
I was
and,
doing the Harry face and you was doing yours. So yours was the Harry face.
She was killed on her staircase.
No, it's
and
murder
there's-
mysteries, so it's gonna be like in her staircase.
There was a footstep in the blood. What's so funny, bro?
But it matched nobody's DNA.
Nobody could find the footstep of the.
I came here for the video, not for
Big
this
Star
shit.
is here. Like, why am I recording with these people?
Big Star will be the victim of an unsolved murder.
Hey!
It's very creepy.
Hey!
Press play.
5 unsolved murder mysteries that are very creepy.
What?
Murders happen all around the world.
Murders
Some are
happen,
solved
yeah,
within
should
days
agree.
or weeks, and sometimes it can take years. Unfortunately, though, in some
me the
instances, the killer has been known to get away with the crime. Such are the
He's
cases
not very
on
exciting
this
for
list.
murder one, is
I
it?
hope he gets
These are
better. This is
5
just the intro.
unsolved murder mysteries that are very creepy.
Oh, there we go.
Number 5, Jodine Serin.
Ooh, sound effects.
It was
Tracking.
Valentine's Day 2007. Jodine Serin was 39 years old, and despite being mentally disabled,
picture.
she was high functioning and lived in her own apartment in
Private Dogs
Carlsbad,
voice.
San Diego.
He's more bored.
To make sure she was
than
okay,
anything.
though, her parents made a visit to her every day. That evening, Jodine's parents checked in on their daughter like usual. They knocked on the door, the lights were on, but no one answered. After several tries and calls, Jodine's father, Art, broke
This is what I was
down
about
the
to say.
door.
This is a dead person, isn't it?
Once inside,
Yeah.
they walked through her dark bedroom and were
Oh.
shocked to find their daughter having sex with an unknown man.
Oh,
Upset, but thinking
Right.
they walked in on an awkward
happened?
situation, Art
get
told the
booked.
man to get dressed and leave, while both parents
Get
waited
out my
in the
house.
adjoining room.
That's my house.
The man did as he was told
definitely
and
not.
left.
No one's in my
Minutes
ass.
passed and the parents
I
waited,
should hope
but
not.
Jodine never came out of her room.
Oh,
After asking for her to come out several times without a response, they decided to go in. There, they were treated to an even more shocking sight than what they had just seen.
Who just snapped?
Oh my goodness.
Jodine was lying in the nude, dead.
oh.
She had been beaten and strangled to death.
So what? Did the Don?
It was later clear that while her parents were waiting for this man to get dressed and leave, he was also killing their daughter at the very same time.
That's
The
mental.
man left without Jodine's parents knowing anything. With the amount of bruises she suffered, it was clear the sex between the two was not consensual, and her parents had witnessed her being
Oh, they
raped
walked in,
in
they could
front of
actually
them
stopped
without
it.
even realizing it. Police
that's
studied
mad.
the crime scene and collected DNA evidence, and although they tried to find a suspect, the case went cold.
How?
For 11 years, no one knew who raped or killed the woman. Over the years, as advances in technology arrived, investigators would run the
they got him?
suspect's DNA through various databases, but it was always a dead end.
Ah!
But then recently, they turned to phenotyping and forensic genealogy, hoping it would solve the mystery. Phenotyping recreates what the suspect may have looked like based on the DNA.
What?
Forensic genealogy, meanwhile, uses existing DNA from family trees freely submitted online to find familial matches.
It's getting impossible
This
to
was the
commit
same
crimes nowadays.
procedure
You know?
used to capture the Golden State Killer.
Not that I want to. Okay?
When investigators used this technique on
You sound
Jodine's
upset by
case,
that.
one possible
I,
name came
I,
up.
I realised my
David
tone sounded like.
Mabrito was a former Oceanside resident and was 38 years old at the time of the crime.
That moustache.
Once his name came
screams.
up, it was a matter
has
of
to go,
obtaining
blood.
his direct DNA from another law enforcement agency. But as it turns out, his DNA was never entered into a system because he had passed away in 2011. Even though police say they are sure that he raped and killed
Imagine you
Saren,
die, right?
they still don't have answers on
And then-
motive or
and
whether
then-
Saren
you get
knew
killed
the
for
this. You killed
suspect
someone, you
at
didn't.
all.
What do you mean?
Yeah, you can't defend yourself.
Number
Yeah,
4,
true.
Terry Bevers. On April 18th, 2016, Terry Bevers, also known as Missy, arrived at Creekside Church in Midlothian, Texas
I
at
want him to
4
speed it
a.m.
up.
for an early morning fitness
He's quite a
class
slow
she was
reader, isn't he?
leading.
Yeah.
But minutes before her, church
Oh,
surveillance
this is what I
captured
like.
a
I like
figure dressed in what
CCTV
appeared
stuff.
to be full SWAT gear. This individual carried a hammer
yeah, it's not
and
actually
what
SWAT.
looked to be a small crowbar.
No.
Although it wasn't captured on camera, the intruder and Missy did encounter each other that morning.
People
When
have
one
got to
of
be so
Missy's
touched. You know?
students arrived at the church for class, police received a frantic 911 call stating that there was an unresponsive woman inside. Missy didn't survive the attack, and it was later revealed she had suffered multiple stab wounds to her head and chest.
With a crowbar.
3 years after the murder, the case still remains unsolved. Even though there was clear surveillance footage, police
No
still
one
have
knows who
no
done this.
suspects or concrete leads.
What's your favourite?
During the initial
crime film on
phase of the
Netflix, Josh?
investigations,
I like the staircase. I enjoyed that.
I was gonna say you like Staircase, don't
I
you?
did enjoy the staircase.
I still like How to Be a Murderer.
How to Murder was goated too.
That was goated, and I'm waiting, bro, because that's
Season
still
3 is that?
It's still guaning, isn't it? Like everything's still
going on.
guaning.
people then believe the murder may have been a robbery gone wrong and that Missy was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. But
was
the idea
suspecting
of
more creepy
robbery
stuff,
seemed
you know.
off as the intruder looked
These are unsolved
half-hearted in
mysteries
trying
that
to
are
pry
very
open the doors or even steal anything from the church at all. The
Being in the
intruder
police
also
must be
left
long, you know.
Missy's diamond wedding ring on her finger. If robbery was the motive, then most likely that would be the
But you'd end
first
up
thing
hating
they
the world.
took.
Yeah.
Investigators estimate the intruder to be around 5'2" to 5'7".
How tapped do you have to be to get a
From the
fake
video,
SWAT
they
outfit and a
couldn't
crowbar out?
distinguish whether
and
the
just go
person
murder
was
someone.
male or female.
Bro, you gotta be so tapped.
It's also noted the killer had a
be right,
very
though.
distinctive walking gait. Although the investigation still doesn't
You-
have
you
any
could be going
solid
to, like,
evidence
murder-
of who
to
the killer might be,
rob someone.
internet sleuths are
doesn't
pointing
kill
to
someone.
a potential
But he might
suspect.
panic.
Brandon
then
Bevers,
you mean-
father,
Sam,
and
What?
Missy's
What
father-in-law,
kind of panic
Randy.
response is killing someone?
According to them,
He just went swinging, so he had a
Randy
crowbar,
seemed the
actually.
likely
A panic
suspect
response.
since
Bro, he
days
stabbed
after
him with it.
Missy was murdered. He
9
brought in
times.
a blood-stained shirt to the cleaners.
That's a tapped
Randy
on.
said it was from a dog injury, which supposedly the vet confirmed. But footage of Randy walking, though, seems to match up with the height and weight of the intruder. Even more telling was that the distinctive gait also mirrored Randy's. After Missy's death, investigations revealed the couple had been having marital as well as financial difficulties.
Isn't that what
There
they
were
always
also
say in murders?
allegations
Like
Missy was having an
it's either
affair.
husbands. What is
So
it?
it's
There's like a
believed
list of
Randy
people
may
who
have helped
who
his
they-
son
it's
out of the
connected, yeah.
relationship.
Yeah.
Randy
Like
seems
husbands,
to have a
wives,
solid alibi.
Same as,
and said he was out traveling in
rape typically as
California
well.
at the time of the murder. Even though until now there's no resolution to the case, the Bevers are still hopeful that one day they will find an answer as to who killed Missy.
You bastard.
Number 3, Nicole
I like
Smith.
the animation. They've done well with this bit, but
On June
Boy,
7th,
something like that.
1995,
Give me
was the
something
start
epic,
of a
bro.
normal day for 14-year-old Nicole Smith from Southwest Atlanta. She was walking from her Deerfield apartment complex with her sister and a friend.
American apartment
Midway, though,
complexes are so, like,
Nicole realized she had
Hotel.
forgotten to
they're so
bring her
GTA-ish,
book
aren't
report.
they? Like, they-
Oh,
She
under
told her
what?
sister and friend to go on without her.
yeah, you're
and
right.
She was going to head back home to get it. She decided to take a
Lads,
shortcut
am I an
through
idiot?
the woods, hoping
Yeah.
to cut time.
Do you think I'm an idiot? Guys, I want honest answers.
Yes, you're an idiot.
Wait, do you think I'm an idiot?
Look,
You
everyone
just
has
said, like,
their...
imagine you played the new Watch Dogs and you've gone,
Went out today and looked around London, and it's just like the new Watch Dogs. It's bizarre.
they're similar, it's really weird.
I don't,
Like, the building's all the same and stuff.
And
You have
shot
your
her twice
moments,
in the
Steve.
head.
You have your moments.
that was
Security
one of
guards
that's
in
top,
the area
top 2 L's
heard
of the
the
day so far.
gunshots and rushed
It's
towards
like-
them.
They
They
should have
found
started.
Nicole's body and
No,
a
no,
school
no,
bag,
I was
which
up
had her
early, I've already trained
identification,
legs.
but there was no sign of the killer. Years later, in June of 2004, another girl was viciously attacked the same way, 3 miles
Jack the
away
Ripper
at
vibes.
East Point. The 13-year-old was dragged into the woods, then raped. However, this
no.
time, the team was able to run away and inform police. She described the assailant as a black man, about 20 to 30 years
Do
old.
you reckon you could ever duppy someone?
approximately 5 feet,
Sorry?
10 inches tall.
Do you reckon you could ever duppy someone?
He had a medium
Do
complexion
you want me
with
to say
a
yes to
gap
that?
in his front teeth.
No, I don't want you to
and
say
he was
that
wearing
yes, but I'm
gold
just saying,
framed
do you think you
glasses during
could?
the
Anyone.
attack.
I think anyone.
Anyone could,
DNA
right?
collected was
But
later
you do
matched to the
accidentally as well,
same
so
man
that's
that
what I'm saying.
attacked and killed
I'm on
Nicole
my Lenny
Smith. Despite
You
this
definitely,
link,
yeah.
though, the case remained unsolved, and even now, there's still
I've just
no
whacked a don
suspect.
for acting
Anyone
up,
with
and all of a sudden I've got a
information
case.
can submit
Fuck this.
anonymously to the Crime Stoppers Atlanta tip line at 404-577-TIPS.
Why was that
It's
an
also
advert?
possible to contact
What?
them via crimestoppersatlanta.org.
Did we just
Number
get
2,
Hashtag ad.
Candace
Did
Hills.
we just get
Look, it's
hashtag
Crime
ad?
Stoppers, alright? We want to stop the crimes.
Considered a child prodigy, Candace Hiltz was already
Prodigy?
doing calculus by the time she was 11. She lived with her mother in Cannon City,
can you do that?
Colorado, but while
Nope.
still a teen,
Can you
Candace
not?
found herself pregnant, and she gave
Yeah.
birth to a daughter named Paige. One day, Fremont County Sheriff's Deputy Robert Dodd arrived at the Hiltz home looking for James, Candace's older brother. James suffered
looks-
from such severe paranoia that he lived
no.
in the wooded area at the back of the family's home.
Man.
The officer said he wanted to question James about a trespassing incident, Both Candace and her mother were
He lived
present
in the
during
woods
the
at the back of the
questioning,
garden.
and at some point,
I
Candace
assume like
didn't
in like
the
a
officer's
cabin or
A
tone
tent
and
or
let him
something.
know
There's
about
a
it.
shed, yeah.
In the end, a shouting match ensued between the two. When the officer threatened the teen he would arrest her, she put up her wrists and dared him to. Then Candace said she had seen the officer accepting envelopes from known drug dealers in town and would gladly let his superiors know about it.
Corrupt police, mate.
Days after this incident, the family came home and realized their dog was missing. They thought it was odd, but figured the animal had wandered off, or may have been attacked by a mountain lion since they lived in the forest. Candace went to the sheriff's office to report her dog missing, but got into another altercation while there. It's unsure whether she got into a fight with Officer Dodd or if it was others. Then on August 15, 2006, Candace's mother, Dolores...
I've just seen a suggested video in the top right. Jimmy Savile, the lies, the Jimmy Savile.
This is your attention just gone.
realized something was
yes.
off and called the neighbors to have them check on Candace, but they never did. Then when Dolores got home around 3:30 p.m., went inside the house to find her granddaughter Paige crying and screaming inside the
Fuck this, I'm a fucking idiot.
She then found pools and spatters of blood, but still there were no signs of Candace.
On the Dexter shit.
She ran to the room to pick up Paige, but discovered something stuffed underneath the bed. It was wrapped inside a green comforter.
Oh no.
Dolores opened it and felt sick to her stomach when she found her daughter dead.
What?
She had so many gunshot wounds to her face that it nearly decapitated her. Dolores then called 911.
Bro!
The two officers tasked to lead the investigation was Deputy Driscoll and Deputy Dodd, the same officer Candace had an altercation with. According to the family, the investigation was shoddy at best. Despite being veteran officers, the two left behind a lot of evidence uncollected at the crime scene. The area wasn't taped off properly, and people walked in and out contaminating the crime scene. Worse still is that almost immediately, the officers pointed to James, Candace's mentally ill brother, as the main suspect.
Yeah, that's it.
They organized a manhunt, searching the wooded area behind the home, stating they were looking for evidence.
That's a RAV4 on the right as well.
The family believed it was a ruse to find James. It was during this search the family dog was found. He had been tied to a tree and then butchered with an axe.
No!
People believe the dog was taken to stop him from alerting anyone if an intruder went inside the home.
On the brother, right?
Others say it was to taunt the family. Candace's murder became a cold case. Officers still pointed to James as a possible suspect, even though he denied it and had no history of violence whatsoever, or even owned a gun.
It's mad like Dodd,
What's
isn't it?
more is that it was clear from the investigation that Candace was shot by 3 different people and suffered gunshot wounds from several different guns. Fast forward to 2017 when Rick Ratzliff bought a storage unit for $50. Inside he found police lights, police uniforms, and case files. Then he discovered a box marked evidence, and he knew he had found something that wasn't supposed to be there. When he inquired who had owned the unit prior to his purchase, it was none other than Deputy Officer Robert Dodd.
Oh my God.
Rick told police about what he found, and his wife reported the interaction. The conversation between the officers was threatening, and in fact, they forced him to keep his mouth shut about finding the evidence inside the locker. Dodd's family also tried to buy back that locker.
You look like fucking non-stop.
Inside the evidence box, they found the axe used to kill Candace's dog, as well as the blood-stained rope.
Yeah,
There was also bloody socks and a backpack containing Candace's bloody shirt.
It's unsolved though, so surely.
But how did these people get into these jobs?
More evidence was found from a sexual assault case Dodd was involved in.
Oh
the
my
officer
days.
had thrown that out as well.
What?
Eventually, the word got out about the locker finding. The evidence was taken and held by the Colorado Bureau of Investigations.
Has he been done?
They have pledged to look into the misconducts with the Fremont County Sheriff's Department. Dodd eventually faced trial in 2018 for abusing public records and 2 counts of second-degree official misconduct. When asked why he had kept the evidence,
what about the
he
murdering of
simply
the
said,
dogs?
No comment.
And the woman?
Many believe Dodd, as well as other officers, might have been involved with the case or at least botched it from the get-go, although there's no concrete proof tying them to the murder. Despite Dodd and the police's handling of the evidence, no one has been arrested in Candace Hiltz's death.
The fuck?
Corruption!
Seawind Murder Mysteries.
Wow!
That is scary though.
It was Pentecost weekend of 1976, but in a little house in Seawind, Switzerland, 5 people were brutally shot to death.
Right.
Using a Winchester rifle, 13 rounds were fired off. 11 of those shots were used to shoot the victims in the head. The last 2 were fired into their bodies.
Really
The
interesting.
victims killed were 62-year-old Elsa Segrist Sackinger, her 63-year-old husband Eugene's sister Anna, who was 80, and her 2 sons, 52-year-old Emmanuel and Max Westhauser, who was 49. It's believed the killer had only intended to kill both Elsa and Eugene, but was shocked to find other people
what, did they
there,
panic?
so he decided to kill them as well.
We know what Josh would do now. Josh would be trying to steal a Galaxy bar from Bossman and ended up killing him.
Passerby.
We know what Josh's panic response
to find
is.
4 of the corpses
Bro,
inside
you'd
the
take
house.
like a hole for
The 5th
someone's
one was
chest.
found wrapped in a carpet and placed on
You said it all the time, so if you had a gun, you're going to put a hole for
Despite
someone's
heavy
chest.
questioning
No, I didn't
and
say that.
investigation,
I said I'll
police
punch
found
a
only
hole
2
through your
possible
chest.
You need to
suspects.
kick hole through my back.
The first was a man
Yeah, I
named
did, yeah,
Carl
because I'm on my
Dozer.
Iron Man shit.
In the fall of 1996, a Winchester rifle was discovered inside the kitchen hall of a house owned by a woman with the last name Dozer. It was discovered
Dozer.
the gun
You big
belonged to
Dozer.
Carl and was an imitation of an Italian Winchester with a short barrel. This was the same weapon used to kill all
Oh,
the
shit.
victims.
Little sword off thing.
Sort of.
Carl was interviewed by police about
Just
it,
guns,
but he
man.
said he bought the gun
In
at a
it!
flea
Spin 'em.
market.
Alright, who made the
Even
first
though
gun?
police were
They
suspicious
fucked
of him,
They fucked
could
it.
not find any motive and
Been
no
around for a long time,
evidence
to be
linking
fair.
him to the victims.
Well,
Then there was
imagine if
Adolf
war.
Johnny
Wait, imagine
Segrist.
if like, imagine if wards were
It was
just
hand-to-hand
like,
combat only.
bro, it's just hand-to-hand combat, bro. Bro, it's just hand-to-hand.
Bro, they were.
I know. But imagine if they still imagine if they still were, bro, and Hitler's just getting banged in the face on the battlefield, bro. Hold that. SS what? Hold, bow.
Imagine that. That's
A relative of the victims.
Hand-to-hand combat,
A
still to
business
this day.
acquaintance of Adolf, Hans Blaser, said that Adolf had something to do with the murder.
Oh, Adolf.
Because 3
Was that
weeks
coincidence
before
then?
the incident, Blaser
Fucking hell, might
said
be.
Adolf had
Or did you
asked
say
him
it
for
because
ammunition.
You heard
No, I
Adolf.
didn't.
He said he needed
I said
extra
Hitler's
heavy
getting
lead
banged up on the
bullets
battlefield.
and asked if it would fit in his Italian Winchester rifle. He also said he was getting it as a gift for someone else.
What?
Sus.
When police searched his
Sorry, no.
apartment, there were styrofoam heads that had been shot through in his flat.
What?
Adolf was also described as being a man who was insecure about
Clearly-
his height and his
It's him! It's him!
Else but him.
It's believed he may have worked with Dozer to get revenge on
Dozer.
Eugene for belittling him. Although he was arrested
It's him!
temporarily, he was let go and died during the mid-1980s.
Oh,
The Sidemen murders continue to remain a mystery,
that is a little short thing, you
although
know.
there are strong suspects in both
Wait, dig
Dozer and Adolf. No
Whoa,
direct
bro.
evidence has linked them to the crime.
That was rude.
So there were 5 unsolved murder mysteries that are very
for that.
creepy.
There are 5 unsolved murder mysteries.
Yeah, you've
They are-
nearly said
They
what
all
you
were
said.
very
I'm not
creepy.
gonna lie, lads. That piece of content wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. And I have kept you here for 20 minutes at the end of that.
That's
why
Seeker's
my bad.
apology. But first, that's his pick today.
Yeah, because
Come back
the
tomorrow
title
for a
got-
potentially a better pick.
the title got me.
I enjoyed
And,
that. I enjoyed that. I thought it was alright.
Mate, you
Interesting.
spoke to us about 3 times.
Yeah, I was watching
He's
the
soaking
video.
it in.
He just digested
Yeah.
it a bit. Give us an outlook on your viewpoints over watching that.
I thought it was very interesting, and it's interesting that you can almost know who's murdered someone, but if you don't have the evidence to tie it to them, you can't really do a lot. It's kind of like it's like
planning some murders then.
no, I just think, but I don't know. I was playing devil's advocate, and I was thinking like we're sat here convinced that like Dodds murdered these people,
Might
but
have.
what if Dodd's been stitched up, and everyone,
I've
loads
got-
of people think he's a murderer.
I
It's
think
interesting.
I've got a question for you guys and the audience to end the day. How
Question
many murderers and rapists and paedophiles do you think you've walked past in your life? How many you reckon you've walked
Because
past?
probably a considerable amount.
It's probably a considerable amount, isn't it?
Couple.
Especially if you live in London. You've been on the tube with people
Good
doing mad
handful,
stuff.
yeah.
So I hope you sleep well tonight, and goodbye.
Disappear in plain sight.
Aliens. Abducted. Welcome back to Sidemen Reacts. Today you have myself, Vixter, and KSI reacting to 5 unsolved mysteries caught on tape.
Jeez. Announcer team.
Come on.
Okay.
Yo, God?
No, it's Toby.
Easily confused.
No, don't get me in trouble. Lord, it's not me. Hey, press play.
The top 5 mysterious unsolved cases. Jackie Sutton. In late October 2015, seasoned British journalist Jackie Sutton arrived at a Turkish airport to catch her connecting flight to Iraq, where she'd been working with the free speech organization IWPR. Hours later, she was found dead in an airport restroom. Reportedly, Jackie Sutton had committed suicide, hanging herself using one of her own shoelaces. Now here's where things get even stranger. Earlier reports by the Turkish media stated that Jackie Sutton had become very upset after missing her flight to Iraq because she couldn't afford to purchase a new ticket. However, later reports revealed that Sutton could have easily paid for a new ticket. She was found carrying over 2,000 euros and 2 credit cards. Even more suspicious, another security camera clip taken shortly before Jackie Sutton's death shows her carrying what appears to be a shopping bag containing purchases made at the duty-free shop in the airport. Critics have argued that it seems highly unlikely that Jackie Sutton would suddenly decide to do a bit of shopping shortly before committing suicide. So was Jackie Sutton's death a suicide or something more sinister? Let me know what you think in the comments below.
That's it. I almost hate these in a way, because like I always want to know what happened.
They are unsolved mysteries, Vic. They don't know.
How do you commit suicide with a shoelace?
That also seems somewhat, unlikely. How strong are shoelaces? Are they that?
Yeah.
Shoelace is pretty solid, man. Pretty solid shoelace.
Still, sketchy one for sure.
Lars Matank. Lars Matank was a young German man who went on a holiday trip with friends to Varna, Bulgaria. While there, Matank was involved in a fight with some other tourists and suffered a ruptured eardrum. Because of the ear injury, Lars Matank was unable to fly, so he couldn't return to Germany with his friends. He rented a room in a hostel in a poor area of Varna, Bulgaria.
Oh, I've seen this.
You've seen it?
I'm like obsessed with unsolved mysteries. It's like I don't know, I'm always watching it.
Maybe the spark will hit you this time around.
Well, no. It's still very weird. Like he's just out in the wilderness somewhere and we don't know.
What? Okay, play.
Yeah.
So that he could fly back to Germany. However, that same night, Lars Matank called his mother and said that there was something strange about the hostel that he was staying in, and that she should cancel all of his credit cards. Even later that same night, Lars Matank left his hostel room in a panic, headed for the airport. He called his mother again, this time saying that 4 strange men were following him, and that he was hiding.
Allow it.
2 hours later, Lars Matank caught a cab and arrived at the Varna airport in the early morning hours. On airport security cameras, Lars can be seen entering the airport with his luggage.
Watch, he starts running out. And it's like, what?
But minutes later, he is seen running from the airport in a panic, leaving his luggage behind. Eyewitnesses say that Lars Matank ran to a barbed wire fence that surrounds the airport, climbed over the fence, and then disappeared into some nearby woods. To this day, Lars Matank has never been found. His family asks that anyone with any info as to his current location contact them via their website or Facebook page.
So what, he just jetted out and no one knows why?
Yep.
And what, they never find his bags or anything?
Well, he doesn't have a phone. He doesn't. How will people find him? If you ever lose your phone,
you're fucked.
You're like a ghost, essentially.
Oh my.
Especially if you're jumping into the woods and shit.
That's nuts. Yeah. Maybe it's like schizophrenia, kind of like he doesn't know what he's just trying to escape from. He's just gotta go.
I reckon that's got something to do with the burst eardrum.
Maybe.
Fucked up his shit.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
It definitely could be. As in like it.
Head trauma,
yeah.
Oh fuck.
Brian Schaefer. One of the strangest disappearances on record is that of Brian Schaefer, an Ohio State medical student. On March 31st, 2006, Brian Schaefer decided to go out for a night on the town with some of his college friends. They met at the Ugly Tuna Saloona, an upstairs bar at Ohio State's South Campus. Brian can be seen arriving at the bar with his 2 friends. They're smiling and laughing as they exit the escalator to the 2nd floor bar. Around 10 p.m., Brian called his longtime girlfriend, with whom he had planned a spring break getaway to Miami a few days later. Brian told her that he loved her and would see her soon. Brian's girlfriend said that the call was nothing out of the ordinary. Later, Brian Schaefer is seen again on security camera near the escalators, talking to 2 girls. He seems to say goodbye and then heads back into the bar. Brian Schaefer was never seen again. Security cameras covering the only exits of the Ugly Tuna Saloon bar do not show Brian Schaefer ever leaving.
That is weird.
The only possible other exit would have been through an area of the bar that was under heavy construction at the time and closed off to the public. However, even if Schaefer had left through the construction area, there are multiple other security cameras in the bar's vicinity. None of these cameras picked up footage of Brian Schaefer ever leaving the bar. It's almost as if Brian Schaefer disappeared into thin air in the middle of a crowded bar.
Man, and that's it.
Bruh,
Why did
I'm like, give me more. Tell me more. There isn't any more. That's the point, right?
Crazy.
That's the point. There isn't any more. It's just that's it.
How do you disappear in plain sight?
Aliens abducted. Platform 9 3/4.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Alan Gill. On the evening of February 23rd, 2014, Alan Gill took a strange trip through Cornwall, England.
Does he slightly look like Pewdie?
No.
You can't see it?
No.
No.
I can't see that.
In the eyes?
No.
Am I bugging? I'm bugging,
You
innit?
might be bugging. You're glitching, bro. Your system's glitching.
He looks like every homeless person I've ever seen.
Right.
Bruh.
Well, let's keep
Okay.
Well, I mean, no, it's not in a bad way. Like,
look, you're just jealous of his beard, JJ. It's okay.
well, they've got better beards than me. Okay, so
Alright, let's keep it moving.
hey, yo, but his forehead though.
Stop.
I beat him in the forehead department, so shush.
Okay.
Captured by surveillance cameras, Gill spent his evening wandering the streets of several different cities for hours.
Several different cities.
He was seen in Wadebridge, then traveled by bus to Truro, then on to Newquay, then back to Perranporth.
Went on tour.
No one knows why Alan Gill took this strange trip, or what he was doing wandering the streets of 4 different cities all night.
Yeah.
The next morning, the dead body of Alan Gill was found washed up on the shore of Perranporth Beach. Gill was naked except for 1 sock and 1 shoe.
Yo.
But the story gets even stranger. Alan Gill's other sock was found wadded up inside his mouth, wrapped in the cord of a pair of earbud-type headphones. Near his body was a black jacket containing a wallet with 95 British pounds, but his bank cards, credit cards, and ID were missing. However, the wallet contained a single bizarre picture: Alan Gill as a child. Even stranger, the jacket the wallet was found in was not the one that Alan Gill had been wearing on the night of his death. Initially, Alan Gill's death was thought to just be a very strange suicide. However, an autopsy revealed multiple unexplained injuries to Alan Gill's right hand, chest, and head. Police ruled the death as suspicious. The case still remains unsolved, and no one knows exactly what happened to Alan Gill.
Nah, he definitely had. There was probably someone or some people who just
Foul play, innit?
robbed him or some shit.
But why would they leave?
But the money was
£95
the money
in?
was still there. Yeah.
You're more likely to steal cash because it's harder to trace.
Done the cards and the ID.
True. Yeah. That is weird. What the hell?
Culture.
The Jameson family. One of the most bizarre disappearances in recent history is that of the Jameson family of Eufaula, Oklahoma. Pastor Gary Brandon claims that the Jamesons told him that their home was haunted by angry spirits.
Oh, why?
Jameson said that they had made contact with the spirits of a dead family in their house, and that their
Allow
6-year-old daughter Madison.
Don't pause it! Don't pause it, bro! Get that off my screen! Why
Often
you
talked to the
paused it?
ghost family's child.
Shit.
The Jamesons said that 2 of the ghosts were called Emily and Michael, and that one of the apparitions had wings like an angel. Allegedly fearing for the safety of his family, Bobby Jameson had asked Pastor Brandon if there were quote-unquote special bullets that he could use to fight off the intruding spirits. Pastor Brandon also said that Jameson mentioned that he had obtained a quote-unquote satanic Bible.
I'm sorry, but is that not an American solution to a ghost problem? What bullets can I shoot them with? Not like I'm gonna leave. No. What can I shoot them with?
Yeah, I need some bullets for my ghost gun. That was my accent.
I don't know what's happened there, bro. I don't know what's happened there. Oh,
well, that's my hillbilly accent.
okay. Okay.
Well, I'm about to kill some ghosts.
Okay. Okay.
In order to attempt to ward off the ghostly beings. On October 8, 2009, the Jameson family loaded their pickup truck for a trip. They can be seen on their own front yard security camera moving things from their house to their truck. Bizarrely, the family seems to be in some sort of daze or trance-like state, making dozens of trips back and forth from the house to the truck, but never talking to each other once. After loading the truck, the Jamesons pulled out of the driveway and were never seen alive again.
Well.
8 days later, the Jamesons' pickup truck was found by the side of the road. Locked inside the truck were the Jamesons' wallets and IDs, their cell phones, and $32,000 cash. Also locked inside the truck was the family's small dog, which was nearly dead from starvation. A massive statewide search was launched for the family over the next 8 months, but nothing was found. Multiple theories were circulated. One that Bobby and Sherilyn Jameson had been meth users and had been involved in a meth deal gone bad. This theory would also explain their trance-like state in the final video of the family. However, absolutely no evidence of drug use was found when police searched the Jameson family home. 4 years after the Jameson family's disappearance, deer hunters stumbled across some skeletal remains in a remote area of the Eufaula Mountains, less than 3 miles from where the Jamesons' truck had been found. The bodies were forensically identified as the remains of the Jameson family. However, the bodies were so badly decomposed that no cause of death could be determined. The reason for the Jameson family's strange behavior and the cause of their death remains a mystery to this day.
Jesus.
That's stress. That is stress.
Oh.
Major stress.
What scarier than the unknown?
I mean, there's a lot of things we don't know, man. Leave space. I mean, leave Earth. I mean.
Let's not go down that rabbit hole.
If you leave Earth, bro, like, there's a lot of crazy shit. Bro, like, there could be an actual Superman.
That's where your mind goes to after this. There could be a Superman.
That's not so scary. That's quite cool, actually.
Well, I mean, unless the Superman hates humans.
Okay.
Then we're fucked. Bro, imagine Superman just turned evil and was like, I'm about to kill all the Sidemen.
Why would he target us?
Hey,
yeah,
what do we do?
It's like, yo, the Sidemen, the SMP lot, all of you lot. Dead.
Your imagination is wild, JJ. I think that's one of your like
YouTubers dead, influencers dead, everyone dead.
I don't know what to do with you.
I don't know what's happening. But those were 5 unsolved mysteries. Actually, a bonus one, the mystery of JJ's imagination, because it is wild.
Yo,
hopefully you guys did enjoy. Let us know your theories in the comments. And
I like Leonardo DiCaprio though. He's cool. He can live.
Yeah, end the video, Vic. End the video.
Anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
I'm not alright.
Welcome back to Sidemen Reacts. I'm here with JJ and Toby, and today we're going to find out what are the biggest things that have ever been stolen.
My virginity.
I knew it was coming! I knew it!
You know what, that was better than
it was good though, it was good.
Yeah,
it was good. Well done. Wait, stolen?
Oh, that's a bit mad.
Actually, shit, would that mean I got,
well,
like, oh, okay. No, maybe I didn't think this through. Huh. Well, for the record, I didn't.
Right, well, let's see what's on the list. Let's go.
Shoplifting, carjacking, bank robbery. These are all the small-minded matters of casual thieves with no imagination.
Yo, this guy got a voice for it.
Grab your loot bag and put on a balaclava as I explore some of the biggest things ever stolen.
Okay, I'm ready.
Let's fucking go!
Number 10. Easy Air Miles. May 25th, 2003. An entire Boeing 727 was stolen right off the runway of Quatro de Fevereiro Airport in Luanda, Angola. It did not have clearance to fly, it did not communicate with air traffic control, and it has never been seen again. It just veered precariously onto the runway and took off without any lights on. The FBI and the CIA searched the globe for years and couldn't find so much as an in-flight peanut. 2 men were seen boarding the plane before it took off. American pilot and flight engineer Ben C. Padilla and a mechanic from the Congo named John M. Matantu. Neither of the men were ever certified to fly a 727, but both had been helping to carry out renovations on the plane in the months prior. Padilla's sister has stated that she believes he was somehow coerced into stealing the plane and is now held against his will somewhere. Others have speculated, based on the fact that Padilla was previously found guilty of fraud, that the theft was a money-making scheme. The mystery, to this day, remains unsolved.
Mad.
Daystorm.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
Fuck is Daystorm doing in this video?
Number 9. A bare bones operation. In a bizarre court case known as United States versus one Tyrannosaurus bataar skeleton, the matter in question was a stolen dinosaur. The ordeal began when Florida man Eric Procopi brought the
Florida man.
Florida
man. Wait, JJ, do you know about that?
No.
There's a thing where you can search like Florida man and any date, and it will come up with a crazy story.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Literally, I search Florida man and I see all sorts of madness. Florida man tried robbing Waffle House with finger guns, sheriff says. Florida man pleads guilty to rolling 4 billion OneCoin fraud. Like,
Bro.
Oh my god.
Shout out to Florida man.
Florida man Eric Procopi brought the fossilized skeleton of a Tyrannosaurus bataar, a relative of the Rex we know and love, from Mongolia to the UK, and then to the US. In customs, he claimed that the bones came from UK soil. On reaching the US, Procopi auctioned off the dino for over $1 million. However, when the Mongolian government became aware of the dinosaur's true origin, they prevented the sale being completed. According to Mongolian law, fossils are culturally significant and their removal without official approval is illegal. As a result, Procopi was arrested on counts of conspiracy to smuggle illegal goods, possession of stolen property, and giving false statements. He went to jail for 3 months, and the skeleton went back to Mongolia.
3 months?
Well, what else you expecting?
I mean, that's like $1 million theft. Like,
No, man, it's a dead skeleton, bro. Like, allow it. It doesn't need years for that.
Okay, whatever you say. I'm glad
This
you're
is
not in
how
charge
the
of our
justice
legal
system
system.
works.
Oh, okay, alright. Do you want me to move like Dubai and be like, oh, what, you got CBD in your car? 25 years.
look.
Current affairs, that's you.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
exactly.
keep it moving. Let's keep it moving.
Number 8. Crime of the century.
Hey.
Stealing a tree is never an easy task. But if this perplexing case from 2012 is anything to go by, the older the tree, the harder it is to steal. Indeed, it took a lot of planning and patience for poachers to steal one particular red cedar tree from Vancouver Island, just off the southwestern Canadian coast. At 800 years old, the tree was a full 9 feet wide at the base.
Mad. That's good.
And the high quality of its wood made it an unfortunate target for poachers.
Ooh, that would look sick.
On a routine stroll, park rangers had been baffled to find the tree cut 80% of the way through. It seemed someone had attempted to steal the giant tree, but had given up. Rangers brought in professionals and had the tree safely felled to avoid it collapsing and crushing unlucky hikers.
Yeah, that would be long.
Leaving it to decompose and feed the forest. But this was all part of the thieves' plan. With the tree felled safely, they returned and stole the whole thing. Speculation arose as to how the thieves were able to source the heavy-duty machinery necessary to transport the colossal tree away.
Oh, man.
Wow.
But however they did, it was never seen again.
Mad.
That's mad.
Number 7. Enlightened by thieves. For Buddhists at a temple in Tacoma, Washington in 2015, enlightenment came, as usual, by letting go of material objects. Only this particular type of enlightenment was much more literal than usual, as it involved the loss of a 3,000-pound, 12-foot-tall copper monastery bell.
That's 2 KSIs.
Wait, you say that's... Oh, the height. Oh, height. I was gonna say... I ain't weigh
Look,
that
he's your
much.
real friend, JJ. I'm calling you 6 foot. He's calling you...
Oh!
1,500 pounds.
I thought you were talking about weight as well. I was there like, fucking hell, bro. Like,
600 kg KSI.
Jesus. How would they even move that?
The thieves likely melted the belt down to sell the copper, or may have turned to the black market for a buyer. I doubt a pawn shop would accept a suspicious 3,000-pound religious belt.
That's kind of smart with the belt and the wood. Like, you take it, you cut it down, and you can just sell it like without anyone suspecting anything. It's stuff people want.
Number 6. Brick by brick blasphemy. Christianity also experienced pious plundering in 2008.
Oh, they stole a church.
When thieves made off with an entire church.
Brother, they stole a church.
The holy building had stood in the village of Komorova since 1809 and was hauled off brick by brick. Initially, the theft went unnoticed, as the church wasn't being used at the time and was located in a remote area of the town. Church officials had been considering resuming use of the building.
They posted up like a mixtape.
Fucking hell, bro. You ready to learn about Jesus? I said, are you ready to learn about Jesus?
When you get to the church and there's some bad guys there.
Fucking hell.
Oh, press play.
Considering resuming use of the building, but that plan was dismantled before their very eyes. Of course, they could still gather in the open-air foundations of the building every Sunday morning. In rural Russia, churches are targeted more often than you'd think, as religious icons and building materials can be sold off for a profit. I like to think it all comes down to foul play between rival churches.
They're on their gang shit.
Number 5. A history of crime. In the 1980s, somewhere in Tel Aviv, Israel, Major Ari Yitzhaki was restoring a World War II Mustang fighter plane for the Israeli Air Force. The plane was parked up at a reserve airfield, waiting for transport to Israel's Air Force Museum. After fixing it up, Yitzhaki developed plans of his own for the vehicle. On an otherwise normal day, he flew the antique all the way to Sweden and sold it illegally for $331,000. 6 years later, the Israeli government finally tracked it down and retrieved it. So at least this plane story has an uplifting ending.
Yeah, but he still got to keep the money.
High flyer Yitzhaki, on the other hand, had a much more grounded fate, the terrestrial confines of a jail cell.
Oh, never mind.
Number 4. A bridge too far. Some people build bridges, others burn them. In rare cases, some steal them.
Why are you stealing a bridge?
Why?
This was the case in 2012 when 2 men with little respect for history were arrested for stealing a 100-year-old bridge in China. The bridge was an easy target, as far as stealing an entire bridge goes, because it was surrounded by construction sites and received very little foot traffic. Eventually, one of the bridge's few regulars attempted to stroll over the bridge and found that it no longer existed. A police investigation ensued, and after an eyewitness described seeing the culprits lingering near the bridge with a truck one night, the police were able to track them down. The thieves confessed that they'd used 2 cranes and 2 trucks to pick up and move the 16 huge stone pieces that made up the bridge.
What's the point, though?
I mean, if you're gonna go through that effort, you might as well get a job.
Yeah, legit.
Imagine you rock up in prison and they're like, yo, what did you do? I stole a bridge.
Number 3. You wouldn't steal a ship.
Oh my god.
Some people just have a taste for the biggest loot. And I don't just mean kids stealing their parents' credit cards to pay for upgrades on Fortnite.
Or Side Plus. That would be a good idea, but you know, just in theory.
In 2017, Somali pirates with tastes on the large side managed to hijack a fully loaded oil tanker. The ship, called the Aris 13, had decided to take a time and fuel-saving shortcut through what's known as the Socotra Gap. They soon regretted the shortcut after their ship got hijacked by local pirates. In a scenario reminiscent of a certain Tom Hanks film, ransom discussions soon began regarding both the crew and the ship's contents. Once the pirates realized the tanker was under the employ of prominent Somalian businessmen, who Somali pirates tend to avoid tussling with, they released the crew and later the ship without ransom, despite being one of the biggest thefts of all time.
They look like the guys in front of the church.
The payout was nothing but deep water for the pirates. Before I reveal the biggest thing ever stolen, there are some honorable mentions. A special hat belonging to Greg De Silva of Cape Town, South Africa was the largest of its kind. Made using 1,000 eggs,
What?
And like Greg with the egg.
Greg owned the largest egg hat the world had ever seen. Tragically, Greg's eggs were stolen during a 2011 trip to Germany while he was hospitalized with heat stroke. The hard-boiled summer heat left him scrambled, and the theft was no joke.
Jesus.
Number 1. A mountain of crime.
A mountain.
Steal a mountain, bro.
As far as earthly objects go, things don't get much bigger than mountains. So for thieves who take the phrase "go big or go home" a little too seriously, stealing a mountain is the logical conclusion.
Oh my God.
Locals from the Humta village in eastern India are slowly but surely bringing the aforementioned phrase to life by stealing the peak of the nearby mountain Hump Pahad. Locals chip away the rock to sell to property developers and use the earnings to feed their families. The village doesn't have much else in terms of industry, so people work 11 hours a day hewing the peak from a point into more of a stub. While this is in fact illegal, local authorities tend to turn a blind eye, as the mountain is one of the few sources of work in the area. Were you shocked by any of these sizable crimes?
I'd say all of them. They're all pretty mad.
Yeah, stealing a fucking mountain.
That's peak.
Hey.
How's it going, guys? It's Harry here. I'm doing a solo Sidemen reacts for a change. I thought JJ can do it. Why not give it a go myself? Today we're looking at the 10 weird school rules from around the world. But by God, it's Bazinga's music. Oh no, surely not. It's the tag team of Tobe Jizzle and Zorga HD. We're all here.
Holy shit, man.
That was really good.
By God. By God.
You did it better than I could have ever imagined.
Since it's quite a short video today, we'll do a little question at the start. What did you ever get in trouble in school, boys? What was any of you get in trouble for anything?
Well, Ethan did. He curbed someone.
That's too long. That could be a video itself.
I threw a dirt clod at a seagull once. I didn't get in trouble for that, actually. I didn't get in trouble for that. Bro, I've told you this story. I knocked it out of the sky. Everyone was throwing, like, there's bare seagulls and there's shitting everywhere, and everyone was throwing stuff, and of course I'm the one that hits it in the head and it fell down and broke its wing.
You killed a seagull.
You took the life of an innocent animal.
Listen, I was young and stupid.
You must repent. You must repent, kid. That is horrific.
You curb stomped someone.
But a seagull's innocent.
They're still alive.
The seagull's alive. It just had a broken wing. No, they took it. It was fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Anyway, play the fucking video.
No luck for you. Japan is known for having some of the strictest school rules in the world, and their students are more disciplined than other countries. It seems that Japan's spiritual beliefs and superstitions transpires into their school rules in the fact that students are not allowed to wear more than one good luck bracelet. Any more than one is considered to be a form of cheating.
Too much luck. Cheating.
Illegal.
Illegal sauce.
In France, ketchup is illegal in school cafeterias. This is due to French teenagers using so much ketchup in their school lunches that they compromise the integrity of traditional French cuisine.
I'm telling you now, that bit of meat looks fucking vile. Top right, look at that.
Nah, that could be worse.
That looks vile.
Has some dry edges. But
why is it like
bad?
it's like grey? It's pale.
It does look a bit grey.
What a weird combo of fucking steak and kiwi fruit.
You tried it. Don't knock it till you tried it, bro. Steak and kiwi.
Might hit diff.
Steak and kiwi.
Look at apple bottom right. Just random shit together.
A bit of cheese in the middle of it.
The law was put into place by Christopher Hébert, the president of the National Association of Municipal Catering Managers.
Oh, what's that? What would the anagram of that be?
What?
NAMCM. Namcum.
However, if someone does order a side of fries, they can have a small serving of ketchup. But that serving is not to be used in any other way.
I'd argue mayo is better. It's more versatile.
Nah.
Wait, mayo or ketchup? Which one?
What, with fries?
Mayo,
It's gotta be ketchup. It's
What?
not mayo,
What's going on?
bro.
Wait, what's going on? What do you mean?
Hey,
Mayo,
comments.
it's
let
the
us
Dutch
know.
way, man. It's the
mayo
Dutch
or
way.
ketchup?
Mayo.
Let us know in the comments.
You
Or you do the mix.
The mix is elite. The mix is elite.
The mix is elite. The ketchup and mayo mix.
The mix is burger sauce now.
Yeah, essentially.
Burger sauce is okay, but
Whoa! Don't okay burger sauce,
okay,
bro.
okay for burger sauce.
You don't want to put fucking cum on your chips. I can't believe it.
No, mayonnaise, not cum.
Nah, you got bus on your chips.
I don't know what you've been doing, but that's different to what you've been doing.
Bussy chips.
What about fish fingers? Fish fingers, what you having?
Ketchup.
I'm not having fish fingers.
Still mayo.
That's why I'm just not having fish fingers.
I can back it. I think I still prefer ketchup over fish fingers.
It's ketchup with everything, man.
In Nebraska, Lincoln Public Schools decided to eliminate terms like boy and girl for the sake of wanting transgender students to feel more included. This means that teachers and students can't use gender-specific terms, but instead use names.
No. I agree with this, man.
Definitely not.
Wait, they use neutral terms like campers.
Yeah, like hello campers. Hey campers.
Get out the corner.
Hi,
bad camper.
No, just like happy campers, like that shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just
you're too COD orientated.
The COD brain just went straight there. Like, hang on, what?
Like campers,
They use
students,
terms like
kids,
noobs.
etc. Parents weren't thrilled with the rule, saying that it was policing social interaction rather than educating students.
Can the students say it, or just the teachers that can't say it? Because they can't say sir, or they can't say sir, can they?
As a teacher, they could.
They say teacher.
Yes, teach.
They have been copying my
Camper.
homework. Yeah,
Teacher, camper.
So what? Can you not say like boss man anymore?
No. Just say boss.
Boss.
Yes, I say boss.
Yeah.
Free toys. Schools are traditionally seen as a toy-free zone so that students can focus on their studies. But in Germany, on the first day of first grade, students have to participate in the tradition of Schultüte, in which each student is given a cone full of toys and candy to celebrate the seriousness
That's
of life.
Where was my toys and candy?
Yeah, but I want one of them days.
Wait, some kids have been known to get a cell phone in there. Imagine you got a cone and you had a fucking iPhone in it.
And your friend had like Smarties.
Oh, you'd be gassed.
What are those Smarties, by the way?
I hate Smarties.
Smarties.
Oh, those are refreshers.
Those off-brand Smarties.
However, this is only in first grade. Perhaps they are trying to give the kids a last chance to be a kid before they have to
Give
grow
them a
up.
fucking phone.
No red. Teachers in parts of the United Kingdom and Australia have found themselves in a situation where they are no longer allowed to grade their students' papers using red ink. Why? The color red is seen as confrontational and threatening,
my gosh.
thus resulting in school children getting
To be
upset.
fair, if you received your test and had a massive red fucking
I was about to
X
say,
on it, like, I'd be like,
I think I'd be depressed.
I'd be worried about the X, not the red.
No. But you're
It's
worried
not the
about the
colour.
X.
Oh, it's not the colour. It's the actual grade.
The
that's
grade.
causing
Why
them
do
to
you
be
care
upset.
about the color? They're not gonna.
It's fine. It's fine to get a bad grade, but to get a red bad grade. Now we're really upset.
They need to reward them. You give them a green one for A's and a red one for the shit one.
Yeah, now we're choosing which colors are good and bad. Is that not offensive to someone?
That's ingrained in human nature.
That's it's a good point, Toby.
As a green person, I'm offended.
Member of the Green Party, we are positive.
Does that mean Labour's bad?
Yes.
So
Yes.
blue and purple.
I'm offended by Labour.
Naps are not just reserved for daycare and preschools
Oh,
in
if only.
China.
What's going on?
Older children are allowed to take a 30-minute nap on their desks after lunch.
Okay.
The nap rule
imagine.
is supported by
food
scientific
coma thing.
studies that say that the practice actually
Best believe I'm on my
encourages
phone
better
during that nap.
learning.
TikTok bog just flicking.
Children should sleep on softer materials like a carpet, as hard wooden desks can cause
Kid
uneven
wasn't even
muscle
sleeping. He's
development.
staring at the camera.
The one right at the front looks like the one here looks like he's in pain, bro. Look, the Donny right at the front. This one, he looks like
why are
he's
they on their
hurting.
He's
desk?
fake sleeping, probably.
Like, surely one of them's fallen off. Like, when you're gonna have a bad dream, you just roll off your desk.
Desks can cause uneven muscle development and spine deformities in children.
That's why they're all so short over there. Makes sense.
In parts of the United Kingdom, students are not allowed to have a best friend in school.
Fuck off.
Dealing with trauma was
Wait,
cited
what
as
parts
the
of
main
the UK?
reason for the banishment
You're not allowed
of
best
best
friends,
friends.
right?
They believe
Wait, what?
kids get too upset if they have a breakup with their best
trauma,
friend.
right.
An
You ever lost a best
educational
friend?
So you can have a
psychologist,
boyfriend or a
however,
girlfriend
says
then?
that it is important for students to learn how to heal
But how do they
in
police
those
that? What do you? How
instances.
do you like?
I'm saying. Whoa,
that's
you're
the
getting
friend
too
that
close,
was-
What do
buddy.
you say to them? Like, you can't be best friends. You be friends, not best friends.
Hey, would you consider him your best friend? Would you?
They were like, you've been hanging with him way too much this week, so hang with someone else.
Now crack under pressure. Is he your best friend?
The rule was also put into effect so that inclusion would be encouraged instead of exclusion.
Surely that's shit. Like, surely they got to experience pain early on so they know how to deal with it, man.
Otherwise, their first breakup, they're finished.
Finish.
Yeah, you gotta learn. You gotta learn the hard way, man.
Nothing like depression.
No touching allowed. In states like California,
This
Connecticut,
seems absolutely
and Florida,
fine
and
by
in
me.
places
Yes,
like
please.
New
What do
York,
they mean by
England, high fives and hugs are not
Okay.
allowed.
Okay.
While schools are starting to
Fives.
enforce a no touching rule to prevent unwanted touching, those who do want to touch their friends have to do it off of school grounds. The schools say it is because physical contact interferes with students'
We've
educational
got to go off-site. I want to
experience.
touch you.
Critics have said that the rule is trying to stifle teenage sexuality and physical exploration that can apparently
High
occur
fives
through
aren't fucking
consensual hugging
sexuality.
or an innocent high five.
Oh my god.
Gender segregation and religious learning.
Ooh, it's a tricky one nowadays because what religion do they teach in school? Does it depend?
They teach you a little bit about everything, though. That's what I learned in school.
I'm trying to remember what I had.
That's just saying about primary school, right? Or the hymns.
They were more time Roman Catholic primary schools. Like I went to a Roman Catholic primary school. So
Yeah,
it was
same,
going to be like
but
pushed that way.
I did hymns in primary school, but then in secondary school it was like a mixed bag. You got all of it.
What do they call it,
Yeah,
Josh? Faith, belief, culture, society. That's what they changed it to.
FECS,
What the
yeah.
fuck?
It was,
in primary
we
school,
don't
in primary
call
school, I didn't
that.
go to a Catholic school. We still sung
I
Christian
was
songs
just
every
called
morning.
RE, bro.
No, see, we had RS. It was religious studies, and halfway through they changed it to faith, belief, culture, society, and you learn about all the different kind of religions and shit. Yeah.
Fair dues, man.
I did really well in RE. That was one of my best subjects actually. I
Did you?
enjoyed learning.
I loved RE because we got to watch Schindler's List, and that was a sick film. It was a sick film, man. That's the only reason I know of that film is because of RE.
Shout out RE. Let's go.
In the city of Mosul, Iraq, not only are students segregated by gender, but staff is as well. Under ISIS, the school curriculum has strict rules in enforcing Sharia law, which means that all forms of nationalism are regarded as infidel. This also means that anything about
I
a
have no comment about any of this.
Not me either.
Yeah.
Don't you go pinning anything on me,
Yeah,
comments.
no. Do your thing, man. Do your
I'm
thing.
looking at
parents
the
of
screen
students
glazed
have held
over.
their children from attending school in protest until a compromise can be made.
It's glazed over.
What do you think of some of these school
Wow,
rules?
wait.
No, they asked, what do you think of the last one?
Fair dues, man.
Yeah.
Fair dues. It's good to know. There's these rules around the world.
And I'm gonna
Now
make
it's
sure
stop,
my kid.
stop. I moved him out of call.
Wait, did you kick me out? Oh, guys.
I moved him out of call. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sidemen Reacts. Today we're watching This Is How the World Ends. I'm joined with the KSI and Toby. Let's go.
What is the most likely way humanity will be wiped out?
Asteroid.
An asteroid impact is one of Hollywood's favorite ways to destroy the world. Asteroid impacts are actually pretty common. An asteroid enters Earth's atmosphere about once a year.
Once a year?
Granted, these asteroids are about the size of a car and burn up in the atmosphere.
Wow.
An asteroid that size would not wipe out life on the planet. But a bigger one most certainly would.
Just the bigger one.
In order to wipe out most life on our planet, an asteroid would need to be around 6 to 10 miles across.
Bit unlucky if you just get hit by an asteroid, isn't it?
6 to 10 miles isn't that big, you know.
No, but the impact it makes, it will be like 150 miles because the amount of force it's going into the Earth with. We were talking about this yesterday on Sidecast. Like the one that wiped out the dinosaurs was only, I think, 5 miles, and it left 150 kilometers hole.
Fuck.
If you was to have an orange on your desk now and you smashed it down, right, it would splurge outwards, wouldn't it? So, yeah.
The odds of an asteroid this size impacting the planet anytime soon is around 0.000001%. So we don't have to worry about extinction by asteroid quite yet.
They just change direction like that.
I ain't never seen one do that, to be fair.
I never seen one.
The next world-ending event we wouldn't see coming, literally. It's estimated that there are around 10 million rogue black holes cruising around our galaxy.
No.
Rogue black holes?
I want someone to chuck a GoPro down it with a string on it.
Technically, you could say we're around 10 million black holes all the time. I'll just continue.
It's quite funny, though. It's quite funny.
The tricky part about finding black holes headed our way is that by definition you can't see them.
Is my arsehole black? It's got to be, right? Like inside, it's dark, right?
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah, like it's a dark place.
Yeah, you got a bit of black in you, bro.
Like, there's no light in there, is there? There's no light isn't traveling into my arsehole, so it must be dark.
Yeah,
exactly. Oh, well, I've got a black hole. I'm part of the 10 million. Do not kill me.
We can observe celestial objects being thrown off their natural orbits by black holes. We can also see light bend around the gravity of black holes, which allows astronomers to know that they're there. This is called gravitational lensing.
Corona?
Wait, what?
Yeah, corona is a shape.
Oh, I thought coronavirus.
What was a black hole?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's where corona came from. The black hole.
It wasn't the bat soup. It came out of a black hole.
Ethan's one to be specific.
The first indication that a black hole was entering our solar system would occur when the outer planets were pulled from orbit.
Oh, Uranus first in.
Shock.
Shock.
Just having one in our solar system would launch our planet off its orbit around the sun, and we would freeze to death while hurtling through the darkness of space.
Wow.
Luckily, we don't really need to worry about this occurring, as scientists estimate that a rogue black hole destroying our planet is around 1 in a trillion. Now let's discuss some of the world-ending events that are closer to home. One of the most powerful natural phenomena on the planet are volcanoes. These exploding pieces of Earth's crust and mantle can cause such widespread damage that they can actually end the world. For example, 1783, the Laki volcano located in Iceland erupted. The lava, fumes, and ash wiped out around 9,000 people. The dust that was kicked up into the atmosphere blocked out much of the sun's light. This caused temperatures to fall by almost 9 degrees in the northern hemisphere.
Whoa.
Do you remember the volcano that locked off like the whole of Europe? Like,
yeah, that was Iceland as well. That was Iceland.
How likely is it that a massive volcano will throw our planet into chaos? Unfortunately, scientists believe we are overdue for such an event. The chance of a massive volcanic eruption occurring are pretty high. There are approximately 40 supervolcanoes around the planet. At least one tends to erupt every 50,000 years or so. We haven't had a massive eruption in around 74,000 years, so we're overdue. The likelihood of a supervolcanic eruption that could end the world or at least wipe out the human species
100%.
from the planet at some point in the future is 100% going to happen. That is, if something else doesn't destroy us first.
Wait.
What dead way to go out though? What fucking gooey orange stuff? Allow it, man.
I mean, to us, there's a shit ton of it underneath us.
Yeah, the Earth's core is we're technically on a hot saucepan.
We're probably much more likely to wipe ourselves out than something from the planet or space.
This is what I wanted to hear this morning.
If you start with the bad news though, the day gets better, doesn't it?
You're not wrong.
It's undeniable that humans are contributing to climate change by burning fossil fuels and depleting the Earth's resources. So how likely is it that the damage we're doing will be the thing that ends the world?
But no, with a volcano, can't we just like cover it?
What? So then it self-implodes, yeah, and then it blows. Blow up from the inside.
No. You know how we've covered what was I gonna say? Not Hiroshima.
Oh my days.
No, shut up. The one in Russia.
Covered what? What did we cover?
We had like a massive dome across.
Over what? Dome.
Oh, what is it?
You're not thinking about Simpsons movie, are you?
No, I'm talking about.
Dome in
no,
Russia.
but it's something.
No, you're talking about Chernobyl, bro. I bet you're talking
about Chernobyl. There it is.
Bro, no one put a dome over Chernobyl.
They did.
Did they?
Bro,
Google it.
I know what you're talking about. They put like a warehouse over it, but that was it.
Yeah, so can't we just do that with a volcano?
They built a metal shelter around it once the fucker had gone off.
Why don't we just do that before it erupts?
Because it won't work, JJ.
He's joking. The amount of pressure that a volcano is, bro. You can try and trap it. Think about putting coke in Mentos. Now you want to cap a volcano.
Yeah. No, you just twist the lid and you
NASA,
make it tight.
NASA,
Your
please.
best.
Just put a lid on it.
Yeah, and the bowl blows up.
Put a lid on it.
No, put a lid on it.
How have the scientists not thought of that? Put a lid on it. Make a giant cork.
A butt plug.
Oh my god, a massive butt plug.
And it's got a handle, so if you do need to pull it out a little bit, you can let a little bit of air out.
Welcome to Sidemen Reacts, black holes and butt plugs.
If humans continue doing business as usual and burn all the fossil fuels on the planet, at some point there will be so much pollution in the atmosphere that Earth won't be able to cool itself down, and the temperature will just keep going up. In this end-of-the-world scenario, humans have a choice. If we choose to do nothing and just keep burning fossil fuels, there's 100% chance the world as we know it will end.
100% end of the world.
Fucking hell.
100% end of the world.
Ethan, I want a fucking minute to get picked. Like,
I like learning. I'm learning.
You're learning that there's a 100% chance you're going to die to the end of the world.
Man.
I'm going to die anyway, bro. I ain't going to see the end
You
of
are
the
going
world.
to die.
Fuck it.
You're not wrong.
I'm going to die, bro. You're going to die.
I am going to die.
JD, you're literally going to die.
No, I'm not going to die.
You are old already. You're going to die.
I ain't dying. You can't die in the metaverse.
Legacy.
However, there's something even more terrifying. There are some scientists that think we've already passed the point of no return, and death by climate change is inevitable.
Might as well carry on then.
A more immediate threat that humans pose to the planet and ourselves is destruction by nuclear war. It's estimated that within the next 100 years, there is a 1% chance humanity ends the world in a nuclear holocaust. That is a really grim thought.
What an animation that is. Oh my god.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
I wasn't expecting to see that time. Run it back. I want to see him flying again. Hey.
Just launching his own fucking nuclear.
Hey, if it happens, I want him to go out like that. I want him to ride it.
Mad.
Pause.
There are approximately 3,750 active nuclear warheads as of right now.
I know what we can do.
What?
Chuck a nuclear warhead into the volcano.
That'll go down
Yeah,
well.
let's get it before it gets us. I
Okay.
like it.
Blow that volcano up, man. Fuck him up.
Some scientists estimate it would take about 100 nukes to end the world from the fallout and nuclear winter that would follow. So this means that humans have a 1% chance of ending the world 37 times over in the next century.
It's outrageous, you know.
Death by artificial intelligence. We've created very basic artificial intelligence at this point, and there's no possible way that our Alexas or iPhones will be taking over the world just yet.
It's an iPhone driving the whip.
There is a 50% chance that AI will start outperforming humans in everything we do in the next 45 years. This doesn't necessarily mean they'll take over the world quite yet, though. However, those same researchers predict that in about 120 years, every single human job will be able to be done by machines and computers with artificial intelligence. At that point, there would be no further use for humans, and the AI takeover would commence.
Yeah, but they can't enjoy it though.
No, the humans would become the AI.
What do you mean?
But they don't enjoy it. They don't have they don't have a soul, bruv. They can't enjoy it like we enjoy it. Like
I want to know what JJ means. The humans would become the AI. What do you mean?
You know how the AI is improving over time?
Mhm.
Eventually, we're going to just fuse with the robots and become robots.
You're gonna say it's a combo of human and AI.
Yeah.
You just want to fuck a robot, innit?
I so want to fuck a robot. That is legit, like, the sickest
That's actually
thing.
nuts.
Imagine little robot babies. Mini KSI. My dick big.
Right.
Fuck Ethan. Hey, yo, when I get a kid, that's gonna be his first 2 words.
Fuck Ethan.
I just want you to know, yeah, that like the kids that I breed will be boisterous and naughty like I was. Like they will wind your kids up so much, your kids will cry. And then you've got to deal with a crying child.
How are you waging kid wars already?
You're having a tour, and I'm gonna make sure my kid fucks the shit out of your door.
I moved him out of call.
Wait, did you kick me out? Oh, guys!
I moved him out of call, bro. That's outrageous.
They kick me out the fucking.
That's outrageous. I'm bringing you back. But if you do it again, you get server muted and deafened.
Alright, yeah. Don't worry, man. Just don't get a door, innit?
Don't get a daughter, bruv. Why ain't going to shop for it? Don't get a daughter, bruv. I'm not going shopping.
Oh,
do you know as well? I'd have to punch you up.
Why? Why are you punching me up?
I'd have to punch you up. No, I'd have to punch you up.
That's my kids doing.
What? Like you didn't just say you're gonna send your kid on a mission?
And I hope I look like one of them geezers that like sits beer on their bed. I will punch you up.
Let's take a step away from how humans could cause the end of the world and look at something we have no control over: aliens.
I don't care about the end of the world now. I can't lie.
You just want to punch up JJ.
However, many scientists, including the late Stephen Hawking, think that if aliens did come to Earth, it would be almost inevitable they would try to conquer the planet and wipe out humanity.
Oh yeah, 100%. If they're able to come to the Earth from a different galaxy, then yeah, fine, fuck it, you can take over.
Yeah, you win, bro. Enjoy it.
Yeah, listen, we can't do that shit.
Do you want a coffee, bro? We like coffee.
Aliens might come to the Earth for resources.
They look like butt plugs.
Send them to the volcano.
They would bring an alien disease with them that would decimate our species.
Sure.
So if aliens do exist, it's probably better they don't find our planet.
Wow.
Because it's more likely than not, first contact will be a world-ending event.
Did you say a virus is an alien, technically?
What is an alien? What's the definition of an alien?
Alien is something that is alien to us. Alienate, like it's yeah.
You literally just said the same thing. Breathing is like breathing.
No. Can I just play the video, bro?
You picked this video.
No, but KSI is talking was.
The only natural resource on this planet that is not in embarrassing abundance all over the universe is, well, us. And who would want humans as slaves anyway? We're rebellious, grossly inefficient, and an advanced alien species would be better off with cheap, efficient, durable robots.
Yeah, and we tried to cancel the aliens as well. Just send out a tweet, be like,
aliens, you're cancelled.
Yeah.
A final way to end the world may be the most surprising of all. Maybe you will cause the world to end. What if the world we live in is just a dream or a simulation? If you were the one in control, even if you didn't know it, at some point you would be pulled out of the simulation, thus ending it.
Hey, yo, boys, wake up. Now, for real though, wake up.
Ethan, chat to your boy.
I don't even know what's happening, bruv. Like, I'm just staring at the screen at this point.
Whether it's a dream or some advanced computer game you are playing right now.
Hey, yo, wake up, innit?
Even chat to your boy.
Shut up, man. Let me watch Aliens.
Why are they playing Xbox?
No, they're playing us, bro.
Oh, shit.
Do us all a favor. Continue dreaming or playing this game of life. Because when you wake up or unplug, there's a 50% chance the rest of us will be blinked out of existence.
Just fill out a tank.
Nah, Ethan, wake up.
The people that watching that last 5 minutes need to wake up because God. Thank you for watching Sidemen Reacts. Jesus Christ.
Welcome back to the Josh and Vic show. We run this channel now. We're running it, and we promised you hard informational video, and I've got one from one of my favorite channels on YouTube, and I don't actually even know how to pronounce it. Kyrgyzstan. There's probably a video on the channel.
Kyrgyzstan.
But anyway, it's called Why Aliens Might Already Be on Their Way to Us, and I love these videos. You guys should hit up the channel.
Existential crisis vibes. Let's go.
Oh, actually, is this okay for you? I think this is okay.
Yeah, it's
back
fine.
yourself against zombies, aliens.
Do I?
Both. Yeah, I think you back yourself. All right, let's get it.
The universe is magnificent and vast.
Oh yes, give me that.
Hundreds of billions of galaxies, trillions of stars, and even more planets.
And you clowns think we're the only intelligent species in them. If we are, it's actually really sad.
But maybe we're just the first.
Yeah, we could be the first. Yeah, I mean, that's the Fermi paradox. That's a whole nother fun time.
Is that not the paradox where you said that someone hits a level and they wipe themselves out, or?
Yeah.
So no, that's not the first. That's more so that no one's gone past that level.
There's 3 reasons that we haven't seen other life.
Oh, true, yeah.
One concept is that we're the only intelligent life form in the whole universe,
that
or the only
currently.
life form at all. 2, that life forms always reach a point where they don't go beyond multiplanetary for whatever reason. It's just
whether they kill themselves in the process or they don't get the technology.
3, there's there's aliens that go around and kill other species before they get too smart.
They just control. They nerf everyone. They control it.
Yeah, they were just like, actually, you lot left your planet.
They are the protectors of the universe. Maybe they are guardians of the universe that actually say, you know what, lads, you're going too far, doing too much.
There's another concept that we're in like a conservation zone. We're like in a nature reserve in the universe, and they're just like, let them do their thing.
That'd be quite nice.
Work on their own stuff down there. They're fine. We don't need to go and mess with their stuff. Just let them exist. So actually, yeah.
That one kind of makes it feel at ease a little bit, a bit wholesome.
And another kind of spin on that is that alien life is like so much more intelligent than us. They just don't care that we're there.
We're basically like ants to them.
Yeah,
bacteria to them at that point, really.
Yeah. That's another. I've summarised an entire video on Kyrgyzstan before we even started a video, so you get 2 for 1. I'm like the AI video summariser.
ChatGPT, Vic GPT.
If even the tiniest fraction are habitable, then the universe should be teeming with life. And yet we see nothing, only vast emptiness.
It's gonna be it, Vic.
Where is everyone else?
It's gonna be it.
The answer to this riddle could be as exciting as it is creepy. We are early, born before almost all other life. But very soon, this may change.
Vic is gonna be it.
Not only might aliens appear, they could quickly surround us. An irreversible competition for the universe might be about to begin.
Yeah.
Oh, what a channel this is! This is cold.
This might be my favorite YouTube channel.
While this video is based on scientific papers, we're presenting interesting ideas based on little data and lots of extrapolation. So take them with a grain of salt. Okay, we need to look at 3 essential questions to understand the galactic competition. 1. How fast can bacteria build spaceships? To become a starfaring civilization, life as we know it needs to master a number of very hard steps. It starts with dead stuff turning into the building blocks of life. Then it needs to organize into self-contained cells. Those cells have to learn to work together to form multicellular organisms. This keeps going until complex creatures with big brains learn to use tools and language.
You skipped a lot of steps there. We're skipping a lot of steps. We're going to way up.
That value progress and technological development. And then they need to actually venture out beyond their home planet. On Earth, life appeared basically as soon as the oceans formed. But then, it took 2 billion years to make the step from single cells to multicellular organisms, and 2 billion more for us.
Look at the acceleration process.
Culture, civilization, and space travel developed super quickly though. Do things always take that long, or was this actually exceptionally fast? Also, passing one step does not mean the next one is guaranteed. Multicellularity evolved over 25 times independently on Earth, but there's only one species that builds spaceships. We don't know how many steps life needs to pass and how long they take to give rise to a technological civilization, but there are probably many, and it's likely that on trillions of planets, life has been trying for billions of years. Since we don't see any other technological civilizations out there, it might well be that we are a rare exception.
That's crazy, you know, if there is just loads of life and we are the most intelligent of all of it. And instead, all we do is react to unusual memes and kill each other and destroy our planet. That's actual depression.
I was just thinking about that, right? So, see, obviously, there's other animals on the planet that have had the same process we've had.
Yeah,
like,
they just don't make it. They
don't
make it.
So, is it not also arguably just as likely for one of the current animals on this planet to evolve to the level that we're at and build spaceships? Arguably.
But it might take another 2 billion years.
But it's possible. But it's very possible.
There's theories that in the deep ocean, there's octopus that developed just as fast as we did. And they realized that actually we're all scum and we eat them. And they were like, you know what, we'll hide away. There's theories that in the
why
deep dark
why
ocean,
do they just hide away? Why don't they attack us?
Because they don't because they probably could hate us and they think we'll just try and kill them. Maybe they're like smart but not as smart as us, or maybe they're smarter than us and they're actually like, you know what, let them do their thing up there.
Maybe the ocean's way forward. Maybe they know that. Maybe they know the ocean's way forward.
Yeah.
I like the theory that there's like a layer of like, let's say, was it like nitrogen or something in the ocean where there's a whole layer beneath. You know what I mean? Like there's visible ocean and there's a whole layer beneath that.
Yeah.
It's like it's what you see like a megalodon film, you know, like they leave a hole in the whatever it's called.
Yeah, they could have like one tunnel at like some deep trench, and they all just live down there, and they're like humanly smart.
They might have a spaceship down there.
Yeah, or maybe they're just as smart as us, but they can't communicate with us, and they just don't want anything. But then again, you would think that in an intelligent population, enough of them would be brave enough, and
yes, even then a rebellious one would exist.
Yeah, and he would come and. But maybe that's where like urban myths of like deep sea weirdness.
Yeah, that's some quite good urban myths on deep sea creatures.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, it's.
I'm looking forward to a pig making a spaceship, mate. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
A dolphin.
I don't think I'd go on that one.
A dolphin spaceship would be quite good. They're pretty smart.
We might be among the first, or even the first technological civilization in the Milky Way. But this is just one piece of the puzzle. On top of that, we may have just hit the perfect time window. Why does humanity exist now?
This is deep, man.
The universe is already 13.8 billion years old, but it's unlikely that many other technological civilizations had a chance to appear before us. Because in the earlier universe, life would have had a pretty hard time to emerge, let alone thrive, because it was such a hostile environment. Early stars constantly blew up, galaxies crashed into each other, and supermassive black holes vomited massive amounts of radiation, enough to sterilize galaxies over and over again. Our sun was born right at the end of this cosmic death show. The universe has never...
Sun did it like our parents dropped in at a good time, dropped in the golden ages before the internet. But when with enough electricity and fossil fuels.
My existential crisis is beginning, but it's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry, Joe. This is good. This is good because it means we're not that important, which is important to know.
Been more welcoming to life than it is now. So humanity has arrived at a very convenient spot in time, maybe the earliest reasonably possible for life to thrive. What about the future? The sun burns brighter than 90% of the stars in our galaxy and will keep getting brighter. In about 1 billion years, it will boil all of Earth's oceans and then become a giant as well as it. So in the galactic context, the sun is very short-lived. Most stars are red dwarfs that can sustain habitable planets for tens of trillions of years. Life on these planets has an incredibly long time window to appear and pass the hard steps. Even knowing nothing about how rare or common life is, this makes it way more likely for technological civilizations to appear sometime in the...
That's what they say. They're like, what is scarier? If it exists elsewhere or it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Or it just doesn't at all. Like, the only living stuff is on Earth.
the entire rest of the universe is just
So us being
unalive.
first is a nicer thought process.
Yes.
Other things existing out there we've yet to come into. It's kind of scary
so
because
life
you don't.
is not so special and finite that.
But that's also scary though because it's like the unknown, but also potentially exciting because that could lead to crazy things happening. But it has to be like hopefully good.
Yeah, nah, this is deep level stuff. We're only 4 minutes 30 in.
Because aliens could be great, for all you know.
Because if civilizations appear
Wait, 1 and 2, mate, let's go.
Milky Way within a time window of 1 trillion years, then very few, if any, would appear before today. Then a couple more arrive in this period of 1 billion years that we're in, before all star-faring civilizations that could ever...
That's when you get Star Wars. That's the plot line for Star Wars right there. At that point, right there, it's happening.
...exist, emerge altogether. This weird tsunami-like distribution is the result of both the hard steps model and something else. A sort of deadline for any spacefaring civilization. Any civilization coming after will find it hard to have room to survive, so all potential life has to cram in before it. Humanity exists now because otherwise we might have missed this deadline. What or who creates this deadline?
So one of them will do it.
Already on Earth. Humans are curious, expansionist, and hungry for energy.
That's a good point, yeah. What if aliens aren't curious? What if they don't care?
There's
another really good theory. There's another really good theory is that once they are able to harness all of the energy of a star, they upload themselves to the cloud. And they just don't... Why would they need to explore the universe?
Why do they upload themselves to the cloud?
They're on their own digital system where...
So, but is that not the assumption that they had the exact same thing as us, though? Like, is that not the assumption that they're doing the exact same technology that we've done? Obviously much better.
Yeah, they just took it further, and like you've seen like the things where human and AI merge and eventually just become pipes, right? Like a digital.
Yeah, but I guess there's also arguments that they might invent something that we couldn't even comprehend or think of.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Also that.
Right.
Yeah, but that would be like
their storage system or how they do something like that could be so much more like symbiotic with actual technology.
Yeah.
We've spread over the world and made it our own. Our technology
that'd be great,
has been
though. I'd like to do
improving
that.
over time,
I'd be in the cloud.
first slowly, then breathtakingly fast.
I'd be in SimCity.
If these things don't change drastically and our descendants want to prosper, they will expand into space. We could construct a Dyson swarm for endless energy and transform planets into new homes. We could cross interstellar distances, allowing us to reach for planets around distant stars. If we have the motivation, we can become a galactic civilization. A civilization
Imagine the humans,
that
that'd be
does
like
this
a
sort of stuff.
virus on the universe, that would be.
Hey yo, don't go Milky Way, bro.
They got humans on it, man.
Joint.
There's humans everywhere.
Bro, humans everywhere. Then Agent Smith turns up. Humans are a virus.
They'd call that something else, probably.
The Milky Way men.
Milky Way men, great.
Because its activity creates noise. Signs that can be detected from far away. Imagine someone in a forest, cutting down trees, starting fires, and laying down roads. The more intense their work, the easier they are to notice. An expanding technological civilization would probably be hard to miss. Our telescopes would pick up all that energy, and we would clearly identify artificial interference with stars and planets. Another consequence of this business is that it's very disruptive to the environment. Clearing a forest means the end of its wildlife. Human activity has left no chance for a squirrel civilization to appear. Not because we hated squirrels, it's simply that the thought that they might want to do that at some point never crossed our minds, and we needed wood. Similarly, if loud civilizations were running...
Yeah, we are. We're bad. Bad news.
So hopefully there's like a little species out there that's secretly just doing some madness. Ants. I think ants going crazy.
Ants working hard, bro.
They're proper strong.
Ants are smart. Well, when they work as a hive mind.
Exactly. So put them all together at once.
Around the galaxy in the past, terraforming planets or harvesting the energy of stars, they may have prevented our existence. Had aliens started colonizing Earth while we were still sludge in the oceans, that sludge would never have turned into humans. This is how loud aliens create a deadline for new civilizations appearing. The galaxy may have trillions of years to create life, but there may only be a short window for it to spread and thrive. Even if a loud civilization respects planets with naturally occurring life and expands around them like humans do with wildlife reserves, any civilization on such a planet would not be able to expand ever. trapped forever on a tiny island. But here we are, so loud aliens we'll probably never hear. What about aliens that don't expand? They would be quiet aliens. They're probably limited to one star system and don't have a noticeable impact on their cosmic surroundings. Humanity is like this right now. We wouldn't be able to detect ourselves from the other side of the Milky Way. If they stay quiet forever, maybe because of their culture or abilities, then they are not really.
It looks lit, man. I'm trying to go there.
We only have one sample to draw from: humanity. And right now, we are on the path to becoming loud. If we're not special and succeed anyway, then any other civilization with the motivation and resources to would eventually expand beyond its planet of origin.
It's like the plot line of Spore. Spore's a really good video game.
Is it smarter for us to be quiet all the time?
Yeah, that's what Stephen Hawking was always saying. He was like, we need to stop sending radio signals out into space and shit. We need to be quiet. We need to shut the fuck up, because all that we've known is that look, when, and his example was like, look at when the settlers landed in America. What did they do to the Native Americans? They killed them, took their land, fucked them up, took power, took resources. But that's assuming. But maybe they're so elite that they don't even care. Maybe they can't even comprehend our level. But then again, yeah, if they're like,
well, then humans are so elite. That's a human ego, though.
If aliens can come across galaxies to us, I really don't think they want what we have.
What are the consequences of all these assumptions and ideas? Grave consequences.
Oh, God.
Race to the stars. If we are really early, then eventually others will catch up with us. Civilizations will emerge all over the place. And these new aliens will look at space, see no signs of life, and come to the same conclusion. They exist because loud civilizations have not yet taken over everything, but it only takes one loud civilization to crowd them out of the entire galaxy.
So it's crazy. Look how exponential technology and AI is at the moment. Yeah, like, to be fair, look at
there's a website we used to love in school. It's like called futuretimelines.net, and it always showed you like the acceleration of like humans and like what it could be predicted.
You know what? If you look at the Earth as like model the Earth and the universe the same, right? Go back 2,000 years and go into the forest, or like go into the forest near London, then bang, skip forward 1,000 years, not a long amount of time, a tiny amount of time in the grand scheme of things, and bam, you've gone from a forest to a city. Where there's so much going on. There's more going on in that city than you could have ever comprehended when you're in the forest with like nature and a couple of birds.
But then you go 1,000 years ahead, and then it's
another 1,000 years, and like.
But then from there, right, go 30 years, and it goes crazy. Because past 30 years, let's say my time on the planet alone.
An alien species could just go loud. Like, imagine there's already like 200 million of these fucking aliens.
Imagine that, like breaking news.
We just discovered fucking 580.
We just realised there's
fucking aliens.
Yeah. We just realised there's literally a whole. My voice. Wow. there's a whole fucking solar system full of aliens that are going nuts. They're flying around doing mad stuff.
They even send some UFOs here every so often to have a look at us.
Imagine you got like a 10-minute warning, by the way. Like, oh yeah, we just seen this UFOs heading towards planet Earth.
I'm telling you, like at any point, I could click my fingers now. Aliens could pull up. Bang. The universe is the Earth.
Everything you worked towards is done, gone.
Again. Yeah, genuinely, everything you think is important, bang, aliens pull up.
You now work for the aliens.
Your whole universe is changed.
They, like us, will face an important decision. Do they stay quiet, take it easy, and tend to their planet for as long as possible, or do they start expanding to take a chunk of the galaxy before someone else arrives?
We don't want to stay quiet.
Meeting others does not necessarily mean war or conflict, but it means that new borders will arise, limits that may persist forever. In the worst case, a civilization could be completely enveloped by the empires of others, eternally doomed to be a galactic backwater without control over their fate. So if we want a seat at the galactic adults table, we best get to work. If we really are early, we have an incredible opportunity.
We could be number
to
one.
Mold thousands or even millions of planets according to our vision and dreams. And one day when we meet others, we can greet them and meet them as equals. Wouldn't that be nice? If you want to explore the vast universe from the comfort of your own home,
what's the channel
we've got
name?
a lot of amazing space and science-inspired products for you. All of our products are designed and produced with love and care by us here at Kurzgesagt.
Oh, there we go. Kazakh.
Kazakh.
I love these videos, you know, they're so sick.
You could have watched a big moment, but then you actually got to watch the fact the planet could just end.
Yeah, but there's so much that we can't even comprehend. The more you learn, the more you realise you don't know. And it's a humbling and exciting experience. So that was the longest Sidemen Reacts in a long time. But if you guys did enjoy it and want to see more of the Vic and Josh show, leave a like, let us know down below. And you got. I mean, it's probably too late because most people have left, but help us run up some views on this video, and then we can definitely make it more of a thing.
Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a while since I've showed up in a Reacts, but I'm here.
I think you were actually on 2 days ago.
Yeah, no, but like, I didn't get to say this.
Okay, this is intro spiel.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's great to be back. You know, I'm alive, and I'm here with the boys. The boys. We got Simon, we got Toby, we got Harry, and today we are reacting to 10 things you never knew about the Earth.
Wow. Nice. Okay. That was the most exciting intro I've ever heard for Sidemen Reacts, but I'm ready for the video now. I'm ready to go.
Do we have any guesses of what it could be?
No, because I don't know them.
Maybe there's more ocean than land.
That'd be a real turn up for the books, that one.
But do you know that, KSI?
Yeah, of course.
Then it shouldn't be in this video.
He's got you.
Why'd you ask that question?
10 amazing things you didn't know about
Just started the video. Let's get
10.
it.
Secret ocean.
Ocean!
The underground ocean is hidden inside a blue rock called ringwoodite, which acts like a sponge, trapping hydrogen and water.
Whoa.
There is enough water
Like
beneath the
ringworm or
Earth's
something.
surface to fill
Got
the
that
Earth's
ringwoodite.
oceans 3 times over. Scientist Steve Jacobson suggests
hang on,
that the
what are you
hydrogen...
saying?
So there's enough water in this little pocket to fill the Earth's oceans 3 times over.
How's that even possible, bro? Look,
I don't think it's to scale.
Wait, hold up. Do you think some crazy creatures live in that water?
Yeah.
Do you think it's just too hot and too
It
dark?
must be mad hot.
Nah, but it would just,
the water would
adapt.
The water would boil if it was too hot, so it would like
Evaporate.
it cut. Yeah. So
But
I don't know.
evaporate to where?
To where?
Boys, we are too stupid to be picking away at the science of this stuff. We are not.
We're
not us.
Qualified for this.
And then it would rain under there.
Earth's ocean scientist Steve Jacobson suggests that the Earth's surface oceans were first formed when trapped water was driven to the surface by geological activity. This contradicts the widely accepted theory that icy comets deposited water onto Earth. 9.
Oh, I have heard
Uneven
this.
Gravity.
There's different
Many
gravity in
people
different
assume
places.
that gravity is distributed evenly on Earth, but there are certain places, such as Hudson Bay in Canada, that actually experience less gravity than other regions of the globe.
What?
In Hudson
Yeah.
Bay, this occurs because there
That's
is only
why
a small amount of
Canadians
land
are
mass
just
due
as
to
fat as
retreating
Americans,
glaciers on the
but
surface.
they don't weigh as much because of the gravity.
Are they less grounded?
Simon, how do you still manage to diss a whole nation?
Due to retreating glaciers on the
So
surface.
if I
and
had a weigh in
swirling
there,
magma in
you'd
Earth's
weigh
core.
less.
A satellite called the Gravity Field and Steady State Ocean Circulation Explorer was sent into space in 2009 to create a map of the planet's gravitational field. It mapped Earth's gravity with extraordinary accuracy and is used by geophysicists to measure ocean circulation, sea level change, and ice dynamics.
Wow.
8. Longer Earth days. Around 620 million years ago, there were only 21.9 hours in a day. Ocean tides generated by the moon and sun's gravity have added 1.7 milliseconds to the length of a day each century because they alter the planet's rotation.
1.7 milliseconds a century. I was
The
hoping it'd be
length
like
of
a
the
bit
day
longer
can
than
also
that.
be
I won't lie.
affected by natural events, such as the 2011 earthquake in Japan, which actually shortened the length of each Earth day. The quake changed the distribution of the Earth's mass, causing it to rotate slightly faster, decreasing our day by about 1.8 microseconds.
Wow.
7.
Mad.
Pangea.
Oh,
Does everyone know what
Everyone.
Pangea was?
Yeah. When
It's like the
all the
supercontinent.
land was-
Yeah.
I mean, it says it on screen, to be fair.
Yeah.
but
Okay. No, but yeah.
I did know that.
300 million years ago. Formed by the movement of Earth's tectonic plates, it began to break apart about 175 million years ago. At this time, most of the dry land on Earth was joined in one huge landmass that covered nearly a third of the
I like how they
planet's
just showed a
surface.
desert
Geologists
in
believe
current
that
time.
due to tectonic plate movements, in 250 million years, the Earth's continents will be merged again
mad.
into one giant landmass, forming Pangea Ultima.
But we'd be pissed. The beach is just gone. Like
ice on the Pacific plate moves nearly 3 inches closer to Alaska.
No, the amount of like racist Americans who'd be like attached to Africa would be pissed.
They're just waiting at the shores like, don't worry boys, in 20 years we're there.
Hot in here. Over the next 1.1 billion years, scientists predict that the sun will get progressively brighter and hotter by about 10%.
This is cool, but it's 1.1 billion years away. So
I feel like it's happening now, to be honest.
In 4 billion years, our oceans will evaporate.
Yeah, I'll let my great grandkids deal with that one. I'm all right.
Grandkids.
Great grandkids.
Jesus.
Resulting in a runaway greenhouse effect that will
Big
send
umbrella.
temperatures soaring above 750 degrees Fahrenheit, rendering life on Earth impossible.
Oh no.
In 7.5 billion years,
Yeah, but I
Earth
feel
will
like
become
by
a
then
vast
we
desert.
would have fucked off to Mars or some other random ass
Well,
country.
we'll be dead.
Yeah.
I don't care what they do in the future, to be honest, mate. Feel free to go to another planet, but I'll be dead. I'll be dead and buried.
Yeah, Harry's great grandkids will be living it up on Mars.
Yeah, and mate, you laugh, but probably my great grandkids will have the opportunity to go to Mars. That might be a thing.
I'm trying to go to Mars.
Would you? Would you actually, if there's a one-way trip to Mars?
No, not a one-way, bro.
Depends how old I am. Depends how much life I've
In 20 years.
20. Yeah.
But you have to accept it today that in 20 years' time you're going to take a one-way trip to Mars.
You won't be 50 yet, Toby. You'll have your kids. Why are you
48,
going to Mars,
I might
bro?
as well be 50, bro.
Nah.
Simon, give me an extra 10 years.
30 years from now.
Okay, all right. But you have to only be with Bill Cosby.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck's sake, man.
What are you doing, bro?
And for that reason, I'm out.
And the sun will expand into a red giant. At this point, scientists predict that the sun will engulf Earth altogether, meaning the definite end of our planet.
Give me your
Fine.
energy. None of you will get that.
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, all right, nice.
Earth used to be purple.
What?
There is an astrobiological hypothesis that suggests that Earth used to be
Suggests.
purple. Scientists
It's a hypothesis.
believe that before plants as we know them became dominant, ancient microbes might have used a molecule other than chlorophyll to harness the sun's rays. The molecule, called retinal, gave Earth's organisms a violet hue. According to Shilda Sama, a microbial geneticist from the University of Maryland, chlorophyll gradually replaced retinal because it is more efficient at absorbing light, and thus purple became green. 4. How did life on Earth begin? There are around 8.7 million different species on Earth, but scientists are still not entirely sure how life on Earth began. Most scientists believe that living things developed
this
from
video's not
molecules
telling
that
us
were able to
anything.
replicate themselves,
Yeah.
rather like DNA does. These molecules either came from somewhere further out in space, or they were produced by the conditions on Earth at the time.
Here's an idea. Maybe we're the aliens. So like we came as a little organism that just flew all the way to Earth, and now we've slowly, after millions and millions and millions of years, created us.
Have you ever seen the whole theory about, like, you know how ants in an ant farm don't know they're in an ant farm? They think that's their world.
Yeah.
That could be us.
Shit.
Like, we are literally just in this world, and we think this is the world, this is our universe. But the universe, realistically, is someone else's, like, toy, almost.
So imagine what we just see a massive face in the sky.
They start just tapping on the earth.
And Rick and Morty vibes. Here.
And it's Bill Cosby. No, carry on.
Oh, for fuck's
Earth is a bumpy globe. Despite countless
Flat.
photos of
It's
Earth
not, it's
depicted
flat.
as a perfect sphere, planet Earth is actually an imperfect, bumpy globe. This is because the force of Earth's rapid rotation on its axis causes it to push outwards at the equator, making it look like a squashed ball.
I have heard
Due
this
to the
before,
Earth's
yeah, it
uneven
kind of makes
shape,
sense, I
Mount
guess, like-
Everest isn't actually the tallest mountain.
What?
If measured from sea level, Everest would top the list, but measuring from the center of the Earth, Mount Chimborazo takes the crown.
Ooh,
2.
Chimborazo. I'ma use that,
Underwater
eh?
mountain
I'ma
range.
use that.
The longest mountain range on Earth is actually 90% underwater. It is called the Mid-Ocean Ridge System and was formed by the movement of plate tectonics.
You're smart, bro.
Surveyed in detail in the 1950s, it stretches for 80,000 kilometers all around the world and is nearly 20 times longer than the longest range on the surface, the Andes Mountains.
Bro, the under the sea is so
it
mad,
consists of thousands of individual volcanoes.
And we
that
only explored
sporadically
like
erupt.
10%.
Around 20
like
volcanic eruptions occur each
2%.
year. And
Yeah, they say we explored more of space than we have the oceans, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous.
This causes the formation of 2.5 kilometers of new seafloor. 1. Geomagnetic reversal. The Earth's magnetic field is becoming less stable. Researchers believe that the planet's inner core is slowly growing as the outer core cools and solidifies, resulting in more frequent flips of Earth's magnetic field. In other words, if the polarity of today's magnetic field were reversed, the north and south markings on all compasses would be 180
Pretty much
degrees
every single
wrong.
one of these is
Using
just
fossil
suggested
records
with
from
fucked.
hundreds of past magnetic polarity
I mean,
reversals.
it is true. We are fucked. The more years we live on this earth, the more fucked we're getting.
Yeah, but we don't have to think about that.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about it, really.
Yeah, I'll be gone by the time it's a real issue. But that's not the mindset we should
Well,
have.
I know it's not the right mindset, but like, I'd say in 20, 30 years, we could have a serious problem on our hands, boys and girls.
Cheers for that insight.
Cheers, yeah.
Scientists have determined that the reversal of the magnetic poles should not have a dramatic effect on human life.
Oh, we'll be fine.
However, some animals, such as pigeons and whales, use the Earth's magnetic field for a sense of direction. So if a reversal
Pigeons
occurs
can't
in
even
their
find their
lifetime,
way out of
they
a
might
room.
have to
They
develop
just fly into a
different
window. I
methods
think
of
they're fine.
navigation.
It was a bit technical for me, that. It was interesting, but it kind of bamboozled me slightly in places. But
yeah, what can I say? How can I say?
Bro, what?
Wait, no. Okay, if I was to summarize the video,
yeah.
Okay.
We're fucked. How's that?
yeah, all right.
Yeah, solid.
See you in a bit, lads. Try and not end up burnt alive on the planet at some point. We should be fine.
Aliens. Do they exist? Well, it's time to find out on Sidemen Reacts. Are you ready, Toby? Are you ready, Ethan?
Yeah.
This is gonna fuck me up, isn't it?
If any YouTuber was an alien blending in with us, who would it be and why?
Who's the strangest Donny I know? I know who it is. It's Mark Goldbridge.
Mark Goldbridge, little lizard man, just blending in with us.
Shout out, Mark.
I don't know how to go for. Unique riggers or something. I don't know.
Alright, off we go.
There is a question we have all asked. Are we alone in this universe? Well, despite our ever-increasing technology and knowledge, we do not have a definitive answer to that question.
Oh.
Now, there are two very strong and popular signs of believed alien life, and that is the WOW signal and the Black Knight. I have already mentioned those in previous videos, so here are 5 of what people say prove or strongly suggest that we humans are not alone.
Oh, the soundtrack hitting right now.
The link between ancient Egypt and extraterrestrials has long been discussed, and we are all familiar with the speculation about alien intervention when it comes to the Egyptian pyramid design and construction. But whether you believe in that theory or not, there is one thing that people swear shows strong signs aliens did visit Earth during those times.
This is mad, you know.
The Egyptian hieroglyphics.
I've seen this one.
Which are literary characters in a symbolic alphabetic form of writing.
Get ready for this.
And one of the most interesting discovered hieroglyphics that many say has links with extraterrestrials.
Look out here doing ad-libs.
Y'all ready for this?
Is the 2,000 to 3,000 year old so-called Abydos helicopter.
Give it to him.
It was found in an ancient temple that was built by Seti I and his son Ramses II in Abydos, Egypt.
Okay.
Stop!
Now, looking at it, what's the first thing you can spot? Well, there's no denying that this looks like a helicopter, this looks like some sort of boat or yacht, this looks like a ship of some sort, and that looks like what many say is a futuristic ship or glider.
How mad is that? Like...
No, the last one's cap, but the first three are crazy.
Yeah.
They drew a helicopter in New York.
Mate, this is like before they'd even like been designed, like...
So this was found on a stone slab that was supporting the ceiling. It was studied and concluded that it was nothing more than an accidental illusion caused by overlapping hieroglyphics, where plaster had been set onto the stone to replace the writing underneath, and that was it. it was sort of left and not talked about again, but there are a few researchers who say there is much more to this. They concluded that if the Egyptians wanted to overlap any existing writing, they would simply replace the limestone. It's believed the hieroglyphics would have been engraved on the ground and then elevated up into position, so if a change needed to be done, researchers say they could have just replaced the block and wouldn't have to replaster it. Then there are those who do not believe it has anything to do with ancient technology. They say if there were vehicles like the ones believed to be shown, then surely there would be a lot more evidence of them and not just on one single inscription. So what do you think of these mysterious hieroglyphics? Is it proof aliens came down during the ancient Egyptian years, or is it nothing more than a coincidence?
They came down.
Astronauts.
Hundreds.
It's always fascinating when an astronaut argues the existence of aliens, because if anyone has more of a chance of seeing an extraterrestrial, it's going to be astronauts who venture into space.
That pic is so sick.
Yeah.
Just floating.
Now, the rumour is that if an astronaut witnesses a UFO or an extraterrestrial being, they cannot report this to the press.
They're not allowed to report stuff.
I guess they're like not allowed to report it because like it could create like mass panic and like the military and the Area 51 dons need to know first or something. I don't know.
Like, think about already the conspiracy theorists, right, and how much like they are nut jobs. I'm one of them. I'm a nut job. Think about if they genuinely said, yes, there's little green blokes floating about the gaff.
What are you doing? That happens today. What are you doing?
I'm getting a telescope. I'm getting whatever I can, bro. I want to get a glimpse of these little things.
But that hasn't stopped them, because over the years, many astronauts have told of encounters with aliens. In June 1965, when astronauts Ed White and James McDivitt were passing over Hawaii in a Gemini spacecraft, they say they witnessed a strange-looking metallic object with long arms sticking from it. McDivitt took pictures, but he said that it did not capture what he could see properly due to the glare and the grubby window. The rumour is that he also took a video, but this has never been released. McDivitt has said that some UFO promoters did exaggerate the story, but debunkers did also underestimate it. Another sighting by astronauts happened in December of the same year. Gemini astronauts James Lovell and Frank Borman saw an unidentified spacecraft some distance from their capsule. The Gemini Control Center told him that he was seeing the final stage of their own booster rocket, but Frank confirmed that he could see the booster rocket and the unidentified object was something completely different, but what exactly it was is a mystery. Now, whether you believe Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong's moon landing was a hoax or not, they both apparently reported that aliens have a base on the moon and were told to get off and stay off. According to unconfirmed reports, both Neil and Buzz saw UFOs shortly after landing on the moon on the 21st of July 1969.
Wait, why have I never heard that before?
I'm 26 years old when I learnt this.
Nah, that I don't buy that
cap.
one. Someone's written that down because I felt like it sounds cool.
They said get off and stay off.
Yeah, you get out of it. Get out of my pub.
Go back to your planet.
Aliens definitely out there, but if they were on the moon, we'd know. We'd know
for sure.
Yeah,
exactly, bro.
According to former NASA employee Otto Binder, unnamed radio hams with their own VHF receiving facilities that bypassed NASA's broadcasting outlets picked up the following exchanges. What was it? What the hell was it? That's all I want to know. What's there? These babies are huge, sir, enormous. Oh my god, you wouldn't believe it. I'm telling you, there are other spacecraft out there, lined up on the far side of the crater edge. They're on the moon watching us.
I've never
According
heard
to
this
former
before.
naval
This is
officer
cap.
and Russian UFO researcher, Neil Armstrong relayed the message to Mission Control that two large mysterious objects were watching them after having landed, but the message was censored and never heard by the watching public.
Nah, bullshit.
NASA's cover-ups. The fact that NASA conceal information from the public has led many to believe that they are aware of the existence of alien life. And one of the most talked about cases of a NASA cover-up comes from Dr. Edgar Mitchell. He was part of the Apollo 14 space mission in 1971, and during his 2 lunar missions, he spent 33 hours on the moon. Dr. Mitchell said that he was aware of several UFO visits during his career, but each one had been covered up. He said that workers at the space agency had described aliens as little people who look strange to us. Dr. Mitchell stated that their technology is far more sophisticated than ours, and if they were hostile, we would be gone by now. He is also told that the believed Roswell alien crash of 1947 was real, and the reason it was covered up was because the US did not want the Soviet to know of the craft's technology, and they did not know if the apparent alien being was hostile or not.
I believe that.
Apparently, officials from NASA have commented on Dr. Mitchell's statements by saying, NASA does not track UFOs and is not involved in any sort of cover-up about alien life.
Meanwhile, George Bush.
Never knew he got picked with Calfreezy.
Oh, why?
Dr. Mitchell is a great American, but we do not share his opinions on this issue. But Edgar continues to claim that aliens and alien craft are real and is positive that we are being watched right now. Another thing people more recently have pointed out is the International Space Station's HD live feed is often cut when objects are seen in space. In 2014, NASA allegedly cut the live feed coming from the Earth viewing cameras mounted on the space station just when a mysterious UFO appeared to hover over the Earth. UFO watchers claim that the drop-off in the live feeds as soon as a UFO comes into view is an obvious and deliberate attempt to hide.
Just watching Love Island.
Do you want me to rap anyone? Lift the mood a bit.
No, we don't.
They're watching Love Island up there. Jeez.
Bro, look how much memory they got, bro. Look at their heads.
That's storage.
That's storage, bro.
Some say this is the moon or a lens flare, and others believe it's an alien craft. Also, UFO watcher Toby Lund apparently spotted a UFO on the live stream outside the space station before the stream was interrupted for around 15 seconds.
You know what, right? Photoshop and VFX ruined all of this.
Yeah.
Like, because we'll never know whether this is just a little Photoshop job. Like, you can do so much with VFX and Photoshop.
Needless to say, it's certainly strange that NASA cut the video when things like this happen. Maybe it's just a coincidence due to them experiencing technical difficulties, or maybe they know something that we don't. The size of our universe.
Sheer thick boy.
Now, even those who do not believe in the UFO or alien photos and videos going around,
Don't do this to me on a fucking Wednesday, 1 p.m.
Existential crisis incoming.
There are many that say, due to the sheer magnitude of the universe, it's impossible for there not to be another life form. To understand why people say alien life must be out there, you must first realize how big the universe is. It's believed that the diameter of the observable universe is around 28 billion parsecs, which is around 93 billion light years. Now, a single light year is just under 6 trillion miles, which is a ridiculous number. So 6 trillion times 93 billion. And don't forget, that is just what we can observe.
Yeah, my head's spinning.
And it's not that we don't have the technology to observe any further. It's just that light from other objects hasn't had enough time to reach Earth since the beginning of the cosmological expansion. And with all that, astronomers at the University of Auckland have said that it's believed there are around 50 sextillion planets in the observable universe. Now I will leave you to decide whether you think that only one out of those 50 sextillion planets can harbour any form of life.
How are we alive, bro?
Some believe that civilizations are currently existing on Earth-like planets right alongside us, and others believe we could even be the bacterias of another life form. Add all of that with the possibility of infinite or multi-dimensions and you take things to a whole nother level. Whether you believe in any of those theories or not, there is absolutely no denying that the universe is incredible and has left us with many unanswered questions.
If, say, I was on the ropes, say when I'm 92, I'm on the ropes, I'm so done with being here, and we've got the technology to put me in a black hole, I put my name forward. I want to do it. Get me in a black hole. I'll die.
I don't trust you to relay the information.
No, Toby, I will die, but at least I would die going through a black hole. That would be lit.
It's like the meta statement, bro.
Bro, I'd love to die going through a black hole. That'd be lit. Vic's just fucking face palming like this guy's an idiot.
I'm trying to think about the implications of like time, like what would happen, because time's slower around a black hole.
See, this is the thing.
So we wouldn't be able to see it happen. We wouldn't be able to see it happen.
Yeah.
Like the next 100 years, like 1,000 years, you'd be slowly going into the black hole or something. I don't know.
That's what I mean, bro. I've just got DLC, bro. Plus 100 years. I've just got a plus 100.
No, but for you, you're dead. You're dead long before that point, bro.
I just want to. I remember watching something. They said like you'd just stretch out and stuff. Like you'd be bare long.
Spaghetti man.
Yeah.
You're trying to get some extra inches, Biz.
I'd be like some biggest cock on the planet, bro. I wouldn't even be in a planet. I'd be in space. To be fair. Yeah, fair dues. Yeah, do you know what? Fuck it. Just so I could see what happened before I pop my clogs. That'd be cool.
Now, although this sort of ties in with the thought that NASA are covering things up, the Men in Black deserve a talk on their own. The Men in Black are thought to be government agents who harass or threaten UFO and alien witnesses to keep them quiet about what they have seen. Over the years, there have been many myths flying around about them, and whether they exist or not is still a mystery.
That's not Will Smith.
So they look like Roblox characters.
They're just on their way to the mate's fancy dress.
But if they do, then many say it proves that there is something out there that the government do not want us to know about. Now, whether their existence can be confirmed, there are tons of reports of people believing they have had encounters with them, like the one told by Dr. Herbert Hopkins, a respected family physician.
I can't bother to read that.
Yeah.
I don't read all that.
When the phone rang and a man identified himself as a representative of a New Jersey UFO organization. The man asked him if he could come to the doctor's house to talk to him about the UFO case. He said that he could come around, and after the call ended, Herbert got up from his chair to turn on the lights, and the man was already in his house walking up the stairs.
Right.
Hopkins was so shocked at how he was in the house without knocking in such a short amount of time, and was even more shocked at the man's strange appearance. He said in an interview he wore a neatly tailored black suit, black shoes, black socks, a white shirt with black tie, and a black hat. He also told reporters that the man was as bald as an egg and had no eyebrows or eyelashes. Herbert said he could tell the man was wearing lipstick, as when he wiped his mouth with the back of his glove, his lips were smeared and there was red lipstick on his glove. His voice was apparently passive, as if it was a machine, and they began talking about the UFO case when this strange man ordered Herbert to destroy all the evidence he had gathered about the case. He apparently got to his feet and said very slowly, "My energy is running low, must go now, goodbye," before steadily walking down the stairs and disappearing. Dr. Hopkins was left terrified and has no idea what happened that night.
He didn't even have the flashy pen.
Right, the thing is, it's a doctor that's saying this, right? What if this doctor has got supply to meth?
Well, that's...
What if
do you know what? That was my first thought, like, this sounds like a psychedelic trip. But at the same time, what if it's not?
Stop that.
That's, like, the biggest, like...
This is the big question.
What if it's not?
Yeah.
Like, what if it's not, though? Like, and poor guy, like, he's told this story and everyone's like, oh, you just did some mad drugs, innit? And he's just like...
Yeah, I'd hate to be the person that's, like, saw a UFO or something and have no one believe me.
Yeah.
That's gotta fuck you up, like, mentally.
It's pain.
Because then you start questioning your own reality.
Oh, man.
Nah, I'm not in it.
Well, this happens when I tell people I score goals at Sunday League. They treat me like this.
I don't believe you. I told you, where's the video footage? Release the footage.
It's ridiculous, bro. They make me question my reality, bro. But you know what? Fuck it.
Another very unique case started on the 14th of October 2009, when two witnesses believed they saw a triangular unknown aerial object outside of a hotel.
It's Doritos tax.
They saw a triangular unknown aerial object outside of a hotel, and a UFO case file was opened. Then, several weeks later, two unidentified men in black visited the same hotel looking for the two witnesses who saw this UFO.
There's the Roblox Donnies.
The two witnesses were not there at the time, so the men in black harassed the hotel staff for approximately 30 minutes before leaving.
That's not nice of them.
Those who spoke to the men said they were
left
completely
backwards?
bald with no eyebrows or eyelashes. They apparently had relatively big, strange eyes and did not blink once whilst talking. Now, there is no real proof whether or not the video footage and reports are a hoax, or whether it really did happen and the men in black are out there trying to keep us from knowing too much.
I raise you something, right?
Yeah.
If the men in black were alien Donnies or whatever, and they're using this energy to get rid of evidence or whatever, they've got much better things to do than hustle the bloke for 30 minutes. Like, they've got so many better things to do than sit there and argue with hotel staff. So
I do agree. Like, if aliens are smart enough to get here, they don't give a shit. Like. They're so far ahead of us. Again, it's like I always say, like, we're ants to their fucking human. We're so simple and basic and boring. Like, I just don't think they give a fuck.
We actually are, bro.
I reckon that's why they ain't visited us. They fly past every so often and they're like, fucking look at these losers on their little fucking dirt rock. Fucking hell. And they carry on going. They don't care. And on that note, those were the 5 strongest signs of aliens and alien life. We hope you enjoyed.
Bye.
We'll see you all soon. Keep living it up on the dirt rock, boys and girls.
Dirt rock's lit.